Chico is about to go down, boy. Boom. Here we go. One time for your mind, two times for your soul. This is the prime debate. Big Dog Chico, Coach Hayes, Big Dog Chico. Somebody play our theme music.
Okay.
Yes, sir. There it is, baby. Uh-oh, that boy got on them blenders. Them blenders coming to get you. There it is. What's up with you, dog? What's up with you?
I don't know. I just
your mic out, bro.
Can you hear me? Can we hear you, Coach Hayes? We here?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear, dog. What's up with you, boy?
Oh man, just trying to get past this jet lag. Coming over from Tempe, Arizona for the game.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just getting back to the middle of the ocean and the islands and feeling good, right? Well, not feeling so great, but trying to get back into that mood. You know what I mean? But good game, got the win, and that's all we can be, worried about right now is getting that dub. That's what we wanted and get. That's what we did.
Hey, unfortunately, my Canes didn't take a knee, dog, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
All right.
Hey, dog, that's gonna be a Cane debate. But anyhow, man, how long a flight is it, man, from Arizona to Hawaii?
That's a good 6-hour flight, direct. So I could deal with the direct flights. It's just to get, to the mainland from here. Over the ocean is 4 hours. So everything from there, you got to count 4 hours, and then wherever else you're going. So if you're going to San Diego, LA, that's not too bad. 4.5, 4 hours, 4:15 or whatever. But anywhere else it's gonna be taxing. So,
bruh, It took me 4 hours to get from Orlando to Colorado, bruh. Hey, I'm good. Now listen, I flew straight, bro. I flew straight to Dubai. I tell people, don't ever do that. Stop.
That was about 16 hours, ain't it?
Straight, cuz I stood up for 3 hours on the plane straight.
Oh, no,
I couldn't take it.
I could feel you. I think mine was 16 from here to I think I went from here to Baltimore to Munich, Germany, and that was like 16 hours. Could have been longer, I don't know, but I'm sure it was at least 16.
Bro, I'm about to go knock on the pilot though, man. Let me fly this thing, man. I done flew a couple Microsoft games. Let me get this thing, dog.
Like y'all going too slow, don't it?
Try to tell you, boy. But anyway, let's push on here, man, real quick, man. This is the prime debate. We here, man. We got Big Dog Chico. You got Coach Hayes. We are dual streaming this. So if you're on Chico's page, you can leave a comment. We'll throw it up there. Not cash out, but super chat. Vice versa. Same thing on this side. We'll throw it up. We'll make sure we give you the love for it. But we'll open up the phone lines. As you know, the format, we're going to recap, right, the Arizona State, and then fast forward to Stanford and get this deal in. So, again, let me quick shout out. We can do a little roll call right here. We got Palm Tree over there on Chico's side. Said, let's go. Lucius Tate in the building said, what's up, Coach Hayes? Old School said that he would check in with you tomorrow and pay that 50-piece via Cash App.
Old School owe you again this week?
No, he done owe me since the bet was they were going 11-1. The bet was 11. Bruh, I'm starting to charge interest, dog. You got to pay a late fee, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. They do it to your light bill. They do it to your credit card. They do it to your car payment. They do it to your mortgage payment.
You're right, Old School.
Tell them tighten up.
Oh, now LNV and Big Dog G and everybody out there, man. D'Angelo, Jamal, what's happening, D-Wiz? Flyboy Brass in the building. Vanessa Jones, Carpet Tech. DJ Gemini 504, Sway C after the game, James, and everybody else, man. Brian, what up with you? Let's get it.
We got so many here, man. Plenty of people. Gemini, everybody in there. It's like the award show, man. we apologize if we miss anybody, but no, it's
Right.
all love in the building, man. And become a member on both pages. Chico got a membership. I have a membership. You'll see the people in green up there, and you definitely can make it happen. So appreciate it. Let's jump right into this deal, man. We got a lot to talk about and a little bit of time to do it. So, Arizona State, you were at the game, man. Real quick, what was the vibe like?
The vibe was hot. It was 101 plus degree, but the people, the locals, was like, "Man, this is a great day. This feel good. This is this is good weather." I'm like, "Man, I'm going back to the hotel." So, I stayed there for a quick little minute. Then I dipped out, went back to the hotel, and I called the game from my hotel, which was nearby, and then went back. I was out there for the pregame. Then
You
went
didn't
back
go
to
to the game. You didn't go to the game.
No. I was there for the pregame. And I was like, hey, this 101 is not for your boy. I'm going back to call it in the hotel. So I went right back over there to the hotel, and I could see the game, and I could call the game, and I could do it just like that. So I realized, though, honestly, that the game wasn't going to be on national TV. And a lot of people would hit me up asking, would I be calling the game? Would I be showing the game? Because they couldn't find it. So I said, it's a better opportunity for me to go back and show the game, broadcast the game, commentate the game. And then rather than being at the game, like I've been at 1,000 other football games, played in them, coached in them, or whatever, so instead of getting that experience and just having fun, I decided to go back and broadcast it the way I did. And shoot, we got, over 30,000 views on that thing, and so on and so on. So, it was good. It was a good experience for your boy.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, I did the pregame and tailgating. I did the postgame or whatever. So, like, I don't think I missed anything.
All right, well, that's what it is, man. So let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and kick it off, man. What was your thoughts about the game as we do this thing? And what were your thoughts overall? I guess as you called, I thought you saw it, but as you called the game, what were your thoughts? I guess overall about the game within itself.
Yeah, my thoughts were, Coach Prime wanted to come out and get going fast. That's what he really wanted to do. They kind of failed at that. They did get a score early, but overall, he didn't. That wasn't the performance that he wanted to see. I think game could have went a couple different ways. Had Shallow or a couple guys would have made some tackles, wrapped up, or either went for the big hit instead of wrapping up certain times. So that would have stopped them on third down, stopped the drive that they had that they ended up scoring on later on in the game or later on in that drive. So could have been a different ball game, but just some mistakes on our end. Arizona State played tough, but you got to give Coach Prime and his staff credit for putting together a team this fast and then being able to go into Arizona State. No, seriously, to being able to go into Arizona State and TCU to get wins after a 1-11 season. So, my hat's off to these guys, man. What you got to say about this, Coach? Hey, he don't like that right there. What you got to say, man?
I ain't got to say nothing. You actually follow my same sentiment that this is an excellent job by Coach Prime, right? This is an excellent job.
Please, man, get it off your chest and say what you believe, dog. Now you doing it.
No. I agree. This is what I've always been saying. This is an excellent job. Now, when people go back and start saying, "Oh, this is the 1-11 team," well, when I said that, well, it's not the same 1-11 team. So again, right? So when people now try to make that comparison, not saying you in general, but just talking here, when people say, "Oh, it's a 1-11 team," preseason was, well, this ain't the same team. You can't say they 1-11, and now the narrative is they were a 1-11 team, even to the big time talking heads on network television.
Former 1-11 team, all right, good at it. Brought in his own squad, created a whole nother team.
I agree.
From scratch now, and went out here and competed with a team, Arizona State. Beat Arizona State and TCU. Come on, man. Nebraska and Colorado State, not to even mention. But just to do that, to get 4 wins this early in the season, go 4-2, 4 out of 6 games, no matter who they're playing against. Come on, man.
I agree with you, though. Listen, believe it or not, just because I smile, I'm smiling because I agree. I'm smiling because these are the things we talked about. But a lot of people had them running over Arizona State. I'm just being honest. A lot of people at the beginning of the season, Arizona,
because they just people out just based off of the name, you know what I mean, and the past. But you got to realize these guys, just like Arizona, I'm watching right now, they got a good football team. You got good players out there on both sides of the ball. and to go out there and beat them, that's showing something from your team, your recruitment, and everything. That's actually really showing something to go in their house and get a win versus Arizona State. Good coach, young team, and so on. So,
And I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. To go into Arizona when people think, oh, the Pac-12 don't play defense. Well, there was a lot of defense being played out there this weekend. I mean, look at the score, 27-24.
Exactly. Way less than either one of us predicted. I think we was like 42-38, something like that. So
I think I said 42-30. Yeah, was my
we were
original
up
prediction.
there. So both those defenses came out and played and showed up a lot better than probably any of us expected.
No, I knocked it down. I knocked it down. 34-24 is what I knocked it down to, because I said, because of the new rules. I did say we could go back and pull the footage, but I did say, and the reason I said 35, I said, you know what, they've been having some kicking woes, so that's why I took off that 1 point. But 35, they have. And again, right? Let's get into that. We might as well talk about kicking. Let's talk a little special teams, man. At the end of the game, Mata comes through, does a great job, but unfortunately on kickoffs, I don't know why they continually kicking the ball until Coach Prime's pointing his presser. Like, he doesn't understand. Everybody else kicking out the back of the end zone. They're kicking at least out of bounds. The dudes are not even returning it. They're getting free yardage on that deal. What's up with the kicking game? Why can't these guys kick it out the back of the end zone, or at least inbound?
Shouts out to Cristiano Palacio, the kicker, the kickoff specialist, is what they're labeling him as. But he's kicking the ball out of bounds right now. So something that they're going to have to find a way to correct. Bring in somebody else, let somebody else take over those duties. Because if you're constantly kicking the ball out of bounds, that's a detriment to your team. That's not helping them. That's hurting them, kicking the ball out of bounds. So they got to find the answer to that. It seems like each and every week, though, there's some type of question that needs to be answered on special teams. And I don't think that needs to be the MO of this team every week. You having to answer another question or fill another hole in the special teams department. So find a way to get it done, man.
Somebody said, let's talk about taking a knee. Look, dog, you're 100% right. Y'all, listen, you can give me the smoke, because, hell, I'm smoking with y'all, boy. Y'all better go watch my post-game show about taking a knee. I told you. Listen, I don't know why they don't believe me, Chico. 10 years sober, dog. 10 years sober from fandom, dog. 10 years sober from Kane's fandom. This is my chip right here. I am not.
That's what I was 10 years sober.
10 years sober from Kane's fandom, dog. I am a fan, not a fanatic. I want people to understand that. This is my. Listen, if you are a Canes fan, I know we're talking about Colorado, but if you are a Canes fan and you need somebody to talk to, just call me. I'll get you off the ledge, dog. I promise. I got a crisis hotline. It's called It's called Triple C's, and that's not Carroll City Chiefs. It stands for Canes Crisis Center. Call and I will get you off the ledge. I promise you. But anyway, let's push on. Let's talk about this deal. Anyway, so Mata comes in, right? Coach Prime says, I believe, and he kicks a 42 and a 43. I'm not sure which one it was to win it, but kicks it right down the gut to win it. Great job from that aspect of it, man. And my man hit the little, I don't know what that dance called, but he hit the little road like, boy, I'm on this thing right here. Talk to me, man. What was it like calling that part?
Oh, it was exciting for me, man, because, exciting. I had just interviewed his parents, of course. A couple of days before that, they told me that the guy has ice in his veins. He doesn't let those things shake him. And they shared something interesting also. They said, you got to look back on it, that this guy's a 14, 15, 16-year-old kicked. He won 3 state top championships in high school, 2 as the lead kicker, right? And he kicked these field goals to win the championship games in front of about 5,000 people. Then he goes to Jackson State and plays in front of 60,000 screaming people, black folks at that, mostly. And he's making these kicks, right? Blocking out the pressure. Basically went 100%, not counting the ones he got blocked. Then he comes to Colorado, and just like I just saw an interview he did today, he said, man, it was just quiet. I blocked out everything. I was able to focus in on, my technique and swing through the ball and kick through. It was one of the best kick balls I ever had. Shout out to Mata for being able to just focus in on that and keep that tunnel vision, keep those blinders on, and stay focused and make these kicks. Now he has a nickname called what did he say? Motto don't miss. I don't miss.
Motto don't miss, yeah.
I asked his parents about that too. I said, is that a lot of pressure to put on yourself, calling yourself don't miss? You know, because as soon as you miss, you know, people are going to be trying to jump on you. And it's almost inevitable that you're going to miss a field goal kick, right? I'm not putting it on him like that. Hopefully he won't miss one.
And but the probability, yeah.
The probability is there. But to have that confidence to be able to go with that nickname, come in, kick pat balls like that, just staying focused. You know, you got to give it all up to him, man. Until he does miss, he is motto don't miss right now.
Yeah, I love it, man. No Lie TV. I'm gonna change your name. I'm gonna change your name to You're Lying TV. Coach got a lot to say about CP coaching, but very little about the U and the BS going on with the program. My man, you must don't be on my channel, dog. I promise you don't. You up here just talking. And big shout out to Chef Xavier in the building. LMV, what's up? Which I just want to say this. Ah, come on. Hey, Coach Hayes, do you know the word fan is short for fanatic? Anyway, I'll let you sit on that and ponder. Jesus Christ, you guys are. Anyway, let's push on, man. Let's talk a little bit about the game within itself. Defensively, they come out, they push the ball down on the first drive, they get the 7 points. What did you see defensively happening to Colorado? Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just switching. I don't know.
All right. So what do you see happening defensively to them kind of in those first drive? Like what was going on and in your opinion, and what needs to either be fixed or what they did well?
Defensively for Colorado, they got slashed on. You know, like I said, I think a couple of plays we were in position to make, but just didn't make the tackle, which helped prolong the drive. I think that was mainly on the second one. The first one, though, we just got slashed out, and they just went down the field and did what they wanted to do. It was almost like we were trying to fill out and see what they were going to do, but it was just an obvious slashing by Arizona State. I'm trying to pull it up right here so I can watch it again just to see even more. But from what I witnessed, though, live, you know what I mean, it looked like it was going to be a continuation of the game before and of weeks in the past. But they came out, spread the offense, and just ran those crossing routes. You got Kamani McLean on the first play of the game on a big crossing route. Kamani was inside position, but didn't keep that inside position on him. Kind of like a little rookie mistake. Also in that funky formation that they scored on, right? With the center lined up and the quarterback right behind them. We weren't ready for that, it didn't seem like. And we just basically gave them a gimme by lining up one defensive lineman right in front of the center. Nobody else around.
Left.
Yeah,
he was to the left. I go to the right. You go to the right. I go to the left. Yeah.
But even if he was head up, the quarterback still got a two-way go one way or another. They should have had another guy probably blitzing the quarterback out in that situation. I bring up my two free guys blitzing the quarterback both ways, right? Quarterback has to audible that and bring that into a regular formation. So they got scored on a little funky type deal. They weren't ready for it, but I'm happy how they came back and bounced back after that drive. And
because I thought that was creative, right? It was a first down play. If it doesn't work, you can still go run your regular offense, right? You really had nothing to lose. I don't think personally they were ever going to throw the ball or pitch the ball kind of in a swinging gate deal, if you want to call it that, right? They were going to always keep that as a quarterback sneak because it was first down. So why risk it in that chance? Let's see if I can just punch it in. I thought that was creative by them. Had to be very honest. We talked about crossing routes, right? How they can hurt you. Of course, Kamani gave those up, and you know everybody else getting on his neck. But however, those deals are hard, and these are problems that continue to plague Colorado's defense. The crossing deals, and I told you these offensive coordinators are very creative and very innovative, finding ways to get guys open. Remember, an offensive playbook is infinite, bro. You can do it forever.
Right.
But let's go through and talk about some of those things. Because we could talk about offense as well, but Coach Prime in his press conference said that he's tired. He's tired of these things. He wants to get stuff fixed. And he talked about players fixing it. He talked about the coaches. Talked about being very direct. Well, what is it that needs to be fixed? Like what needs to be fixed? Because he
Well,
keeps bringing up things
he
need to be
also said too, though, that he's listening to the calls that Coach Kelly and his offensive coordinator is making in the headset. They're calling
Mhm.
a great game. We got to execute. What does that tell you? The players have to execute what the coaches are calling. I've said this in past prime debates that we've had. You know, he's good with what the coaches are calling. They have to get the right players in the right positions, the right pieces to the puzzle together so that they can fit. I think what they found with Rod Ward and Shiloh working together was an improvement. I think even looking at some of the film, you see Rod Ward, like on that funky play we just got through talking about that they scored on. You kind of saw Rod Ward and Shiloh kind of back there bouncing around, kind of deciding where they go, kind of out of position. I think those two guys should have been the ones blitzing the quarterback while everybody else was playing all the little funky stuff like that. But other than that play that I saw, I think they played a solid game at the safety spot, coming up, making tackles, even though Shiloh missed a couple. But overall, they played well. And I think those two are going to be the two that we see back there in the defensive backfield for the latter part of this season.
Yeah, so and there's certain things like I think I did the good, bad, and ugly for Colorado. So you guys are more than welcome to go check that out. That's where I do a film review, break it down. And there was one play, I believe that was Bentley, they had out there on number 2 at the slot. You know, in theory, he should have covered that guy. And those things happen, right? It's not a knock. Every coach goes through that deal, right?
Yeah.
Where you kind of get the mismatch, right? And that's what offensive guys do. Um, and that's part of learning your players. But I want to go back and say, like, bro, well, it's now game 6, right? Haven't had a bye week yet, but it is game 6. How much stirring of the pot needs to be done until you find the right recipe that says like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying to find the right recipe where they gel and get it going. I know it's early, but I'm saying we now halfway through the season, and you say to yourself, okay, you know, I know Colorado's been in some tight games. A lot of them have been 3 or a touchdown less, you know, besides the two that they lost in essence, um, in the Nebraska deal. But as you start getting into conference play, I'm saying now you're starting to work your way deep into conference play. Arizona State, Arizona, Stanford, all these different teams. When does the recipe come together where you can sell it on the shelf? I guess is the right way to say it.
Same way you know when you look in the oven and you see it rising, you see it browning a little bit. You know what I mean? You look at it and you check it. When you look on the film and you see these guys producing and doing what you expected them to do, oh, then you know, okay, that's the right combination. We can move on to the next area and find a bit. You know, that's what they're doing at each position: defensive back, cornerback, linebackers, whatever. They're looking to find that right combination, and the combinations can be. What I mean by that is, you can have 4 defensive linemen. Let's say you have Austin, Bishop Thomas, Shane Cokes, and Derek McClendon working together, right? Their style of play on paper, you might have them starters, but their style of play on the film say that maybe Jordan Dominic should be where we have Derek McClendon at and work with that group, and McClendon need to go work with this group. You know, it's just a style of play. Maybe their tendencies work better together. Maybe a guy like Levante Bentley might not need to be out there on passing downs. Maybe he need to be out there on run downs or vice versa. Things like that. That's what the stirring of the pot will produce eventually. It's not a timetable on it. So you just got to keep doing it until you look in there and you see it's being productive and it's getting what you want. That thing is browning in the oven, ain't it? All right, so it's getting ready to come out. That's what we're looking
Hey,
at.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to look at those things, and of course, we know that some injuries have kind of taken part here in the team. We know Travis Hunter has been out due to his injury versus Colorado State. We know he may or may not come in this game. I know Coach Prime kind of alluded to the fact that he's been cleared, but he wants to make sure, I guess, or get the final word based on his win, based on his physical ability. He's got protective padding and all that kind of stuff on to protect himself a little bit, and so forth. Real quick, somebody left a great segue here question in this. Oh, shoot, Chico, hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm sorry. Here you go. You got a dono right there, so I'll let you go ahead and check that off.
Now shouts out to East Coast Kev once again for the 5. And he said once they give some aggressive animals on that, and once they get some aggressive animals on that O line and D line, we'll see a chip coming to the Buffs. The Bishop Thomas kid is nasty. He a freshman. Yes, sir. Shouts out to Big Bishop. It was almost like Bishop heard me from the last game and he was listening to me on the sideline because I was talking the whole time saying, why is there a 300-pound defensive lineman on kickoff return, dog? Why is that? I don't know if I've ever seen that before other than like injury or something. I haven't seen it
like,
times.
so like that be my question. Like, I get it, right? You kind of like seem to be baffled. Like, we stirring the pot. We trying to get the special teams right. And I got a 300-pound dude on kickoff. And I'm like, bro, like what? Like, that ain't part of the recipe, dog. Like, that ain't part of the recipe to bake the cake, dog. Unless you're doing something special.
You can say that, but then he come down and make a play. So what do you do then? You just leave him in, or you say, oh, he's not supposed to be there. What do you do then? All right. Because he came down and made the play. My only concern was it wasn't that he couldn't do that, right? It was the fact that what's the thinnest position on the team, everybody's saying? Defensive line, right? Defensive tackle, to be exact. What position does he play? Defensive tackle. So my thing was
the same problem, right? Run it down there, another play that definitely somebody else can do, where you risking injury, like that. So I'm not saying the young man can't do it. Like the old saying goes, just because you can, don't mean you should.
Right. Like Chris Rock said, I could drive my feet with my car. Don't mean I should.
I should. Right?
I say I could drive my car with my feet. That don't mean I should,
I mean, I should, right? So just because you can, don't mean you should. Exactly. And so when you think about and you go out there and you see these kind of things, just the average football person says, well, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. You just have to question why. Like, now, if it's something in particular, maybe onside kick, you want them to be the kind of buster. I get it. That's different.
But 99% of the time, these balls are going through the end zone. Just like Coach Prime said, the ball going through the end zone, dog. So most of the time, these guys are not even having the opportunity to make a play.
Right. So why run the big dude down there when he need that gas on defensive line to chase a dude down? Like, you know what I mean? If you could, I don't know if they're going through the end zone, not on Colorado, apparently. They're not really. Now, they may be getting kicked out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? But
you like this comment right here. He said, Chico, I went back and watched the doc on Bishop. He is a true athlete. Prime really got all athletes. He had 17 receptions at wide.
Where is it?
For the season in college. Point is this, dog. I'm not doubting what Bishop Thomas is. I know he a dog. He went to St. Augustine out of New Orleans, right? I know he a dog. My former teammate coach down there. You know what I'm saying? I know Bishop a dog. I'm not doubting his abilities. I'm just saying you don't see that usually on any football team that you go check out. You don't see the defensive lineman running down the field, let alone on a team that is very thin, allegedly, at the defensive line position. That's all I'm saying. But
that's just like saying, Shedeur Sanders plays safety. Let's put him out there. Why put him out there as safety when you got safety? It's not saying he can't play safety. It's not saying Shedeur won't be a dog at safety. But why? That's the only question. But I do want to go back to that question. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you read this dono here again from Lawrence RBE.
Lawrence RBE for the Feezy. He got 5 on it. Had Miami QB over, let me see. Had Miami QB overrode Cristobal and took the knee. What would have happened? It looked to me Mata kick was close to being blocked. How to fix? That is a good observation because it was close to being blocked. I could talk about Mata's kick, and Coach Hayes can probably talk about Cristobal and what happened. I definitely was going to address that also. Mata's kick could have definitely been blocked. I wonder why we're still blocking up front the same way with that same technique. That's on them to decide and find out whether, here it is right here, coming up on my screen as I'm speaking, why they would even set up like this, because it shortens the end line of scrimmage, which puts the end guys in the predicament of, if there's, to decide whether they're going to block outside or in. So if there has you have an in rusher and an outside rusher, now that guy's going to have to make a decision. And a lot of times he's going to get either bulled over or leave a wide open gap for them to get through, which they almost got through on this play. and we could be talking about something totally different now, rather than Mata is the hero. We could be saying Mata kick got blocked, and we went into overtime and such and such, such and such. So
yeah, I'll say the same thing because I pointed out in the good, bad, and ugly. I will say this is kind of back to your point about Bishop Thomas, right? As important as the field goals are, you see the second and third team dudes out there. That would be a great time to put Bishop on a special teams if he needs to play it, right? Big body, stout guy, right? Yeah. But they're just getting Peter rolled over. They're just getting bowled over in that sense. But shout out to Mata for keeping his wits, keeping his eyes down, and just kicking the ball, kicking it through the upright, not worried about the protection. Because it's just what it is.
I like to say this, piggyback off what you said, because looking back on this and they just getting Peter rolled, like I said, I've been in that position to where I'm blocking right there. And you're in a hard position to block someone real quick while they're coming and teeing off on you, basically. So the way that they have them set up, in my opinion, is even worse. That's why on every field goal attempt, you see guys, I see 1, 2, 3 guys on their bottom getting smashed back, right?
Standing up.
Usually, yeah, you probably see 1 or 2, one guy maybe, but this many guys every time is baffling to me. I think it's because of the way that they have them set up. They're just not in a good stance to where they can absorb and take on the hits that the defensive line is bringing them. So with them not able to do that, they're just getting bulled over.
And I'll say this, it's all about technique, right? It's not even about position. You're already leg spread wide. I know some people are going to call this a pause moment, but just relax. There is a technique called face down, A up, right? Mm-hmm. What does that mean? So if I'm standing up and I expose my chest, remember my legs are already open. My base is wide. So now my chest is exposed. I can get pushed back. It's like a two-legged table, right? Never going to stand up. But if I go head down with that base, the guys can't run over me. That's just a basic technique. I'm not going to get too coachy about it, but that's a bad thing. Let me quickly go to Lawrence's part about had Miami's quarterback overrode Cristobal and took a knee. I'll say this. I think that's a very unfair narrative that's being pushed on Tyler Van Dyke. And it's not about Miami. This is any quarterback. The quarterback is in the moment. He's not counting 40 seconds off the clock and he's doing the math. He's not doing the specific math. You understand? Because what people have to understand, you're the quarterback. You look to the sideline. Because if that's the case, how many times do you see people check, and they look to the sideline to get the new play from the coach? The coach's job is to instruct him to take a knee. I think that's a very unfair Monday morning quarterback narrative to put that on any quarterback, let alone Tyler Van Dyke. If Shedeur was in this situation, I would be like, bro, that's unfair. This kid is in the moment. And you trying to tell him to look at the play clock, look at the time clock, pull out some math. No, dog. You got people on the sideline with pens, markers. How about all of them dudes standing on the sideline with the shirt on? Why don't they do the math? I'm in here fighting. So I hear what y'all saying. I just think that's an unfair deal. But I want to go back to this piece as we make a quick segue because I thought they brought in a great question here. I've got to go back up a little bit. And it was talking about Shedeur in this part. And I want to go through that part. I'm trying to go back through this chat. Y'all got it rolling. Okay, here we go. Carolyn Howard, great question. Says, at Coach Hayes, Prime is tired of Shedeur getting hit in the long run, I guess, or the wrong. Hold on. I can read. Hold on. At Coach Hayes, suffering succotash. At Coach Hayes, Prime is tired of Shedeur getting hit. In the long, wrong the right, hit to the wrong area can end his football career. Okay, I guess I know what you're saying. I just want to make sure I know I can read. Basically, I think what you're saying, Carolyn Howard, is yes, he is tired of getting hit. And we know that Coach Prime, as one of the reporters asked in the press conference, Coach Prime responded and said, listen, to what a reporter asked and said, listen, he leads the league in passing, which is awesome, but he also leads in sacks. You can physically see him getting tired and worn down. I saw him take a shot. He took a couple of good shots in that game. I was like, yowzer. Like the one he threw and they ended up calling roughing the passer. I mean, that was a Chili's hit, a baby back rib shot, boy. And I'm just saying. And so when you take those kind of hits, and we know we're talking about 200, 300-pound bodies rolling over each other, it can be, knock on wood, I'm just say a broken shoelace. I know y'all don't like to hear that, but because I don't want to put that omen on the guy. But we don't want to see that. And Coach Prime clearly, thank you for that question, Carolyn. And Coach Prime clearly expressed his concern for it, and he talked about how it had to get fixed. Let's just talk about the O-line right quick. I said O-line is just bad. All five of them. I'm just being very honest. As I look at it, all five of them are not very good. It's just, in my opinion, that's exactly what it is. And they have to find a way to fight through this. I thought they did a good job kind of moving the pocket. They had some better pass protection, but I think it's some very fundamental stuff missing there. Like one time they kept Mikey in, and then the tackle, Mikey's the tight end. He's here. The tackle went around him, and the dude came right back in and sacked Shador. Like they're not working in tandem. And so it just seems like a lot of confusion. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, that goes back to what I said. I think it's because of getting the right combination to work together in tandem. You know, it's kind of like when you have a good player in basketball, but you don't start him because he doesn't work well with the first unit. So you bring him off the bench as a six man, and that's when he shines. That's when he does his best. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. So the five that they have out there now, and the sacks that they've been able to give up as a unit, I think calls for them to look at different combinations somehow, some way, unless they're saying we don't have that. We don't have anybody back there, dog. You know, I'm looking at the field goal unit. You got number 50.
Those are the backups, and they getting Peter roll. Yeah, I'm with you.
But
Yeah.
the one guard, Jack Wiltie, he started in the spring, and I think he started the spring the golden white game or golden black game. I'm sorry. I think he started that game too in the fall. I didn't see what he did so terrible to where he was just taken out. We haven't seen him anymore now. You know, we haven't seen him since then. So I don't know what that is. You haven't seen a backup by the name of Kareem Harden, number 77. We haven't seen a couple of other guys too, but maybe they're saying that these guys are just not ready yet, whether it's in the playbook or whatever. But they're not seeing the field. We're seeing the same guys. Tank at left tackle, Bailey at left guard, Van Manuel's at center, Landon Beebe at right guard, and Savion got hurt, so he brought in number 70, Reggie Young, last game. Not a great showing for them overall as a unit. Coach O'Boyle got some work to do with them guys, and they got to find somebody who can maybe be a better communicator on that line. Maybe come in and be like a glue piece on that line. I don't know who that's going to be.
So I'll say this, and I'm glad you brought that up, a communicator. First of all, I'll say I don't see Colorado's offensive line, the plays to be very intricate, right? You don't see a lot of pulling. You don't see a lot of stuff. It's probably pass protection, fan right, fan left. I mean, it's not very intricate. Most of it is really not, unless you get into that third, fourth level of some offenses. And I'm not saying that as a hit. I'm saying it's very rudimentary in that sense, meaning you don't see them doing a lot of things. I'm not saying they can't do those things. I think the O-line coach knows what he has. So when we say learning the playbook, I don't know, because if I'm a guy that can back them up and I'm not getting in there, and that seems to be the consistent question, is we're asking a lot of whys of why people are not getting opportunities when maybe the people in front of them are not having great showings. And that kind of leads me into a Cavassier Smoke question, right? Prime comes out today, says he's a dog, right? I look at him at Kentucky. The dude had 101 carries. He's a 6-year senior, right? Got super experience, played at the SEC Kentucky. He literally has 2 carries for -2 yards. He has more tackles than he has carries. I'm bringing that up to say, if he's a dog, he's a guy of size. I'm not saying he ain't Derrick Henry. I seem like we're back to another question out of another position saying, well, why is he not playing? And he showed body of work that he can play, and Prime stamped him as a dog.
Yeah, I mean, at running back though, running back might be one of those positions where you can have some dogs back there, as Coach Prime say, but then they don't actually get the look. They don't even get a chance to get on the field at the running back position and get a ball, because you know, as we see in the NFL or even in college, you use one or two running backs mostly. You rarely go three or four deep. And right now, he's like might be like three deep on that list because you got to give Dylan Edwards the ball. And right now, Hankerson is starting. He's putting up numbers, averaging I think about 4.6 yards right now. So you got to find a way, but he's same thing with Alton McCaskill, same thing with Savion Wilkerson. Just like Coach Prime said, we got a bunch of dogs back there, the most competitive position on the field for us on our team. We just got to find a way to get them the ball and spread it out a lot more. But usually that doesn't happen. Usually running backs get, like you said before, those carries in bunches, 8 to 10, 15 carries. That's a good little list or carries for one game for a running back, right? How many times are they running the ball per game? So you don't have a lot of carries to go around, So eventually we might see him. We might see him certain games or moving on past down in the season. But right now, Coach Flea is working with them. He's making that call, and look like Hankerson and Dylan Edwards are the main guys right now. Coach Prime said we should see more of Alton McCaskill coming up. We shall see. I think Smoke is kind of just buried in that depth chart right now.
And I guess my question back to the why, part of it is protection, right? Dylan Edwards is what he is. Like, there's no knock, but we're talking physics here, right? We're talking, right? That don't mean you're not a dog, but we're saying I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
So you think that's an opportunity for a guy like Smoke to get in the pass protection situations?
Because as much as they pass the ball and you put him in, you still can sprinkle in a run here or there. What I'm saying is there are packages and things that you can do because it's not like he a big slow nobody.
I'm gonna say he didn't say that.
No. What I'm saying it's not like he's a big slow nobody. So you put him in there like he's a 6'0" lineman, but he's a bigger body that can create a good block. And he also has so much more experience. He played it ain't like he sat on the bench at Kentucky for 5 years. He played, so he has a gang of experience at that level. And then real quick, as I said, I want to kind of talk about protection. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I always believe, I'm being serious. I always believe that the quarterback has to build his body armor, which is the O-line. Meaning, I don't care if two goes up there and say 70, you got 52, you got this dude, you got that dude.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I don't care what it is, but that's something I don't see Shedeur doing. I'm not saying he's not doing, I can't hear him, but usually you see when guys are checking protection and saying, look, like when they walk two guys up, am I clearly giving it to the center to make that call? Is the guard or the tackle echoing that back down across? Hey, we fanning left, Louis, Roger, whatever. But at the end of the day, quarterbacks must build their body armor because you're no good if you're on the ground. And I know he's cerebral enough to do it. Now that I know about number two.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? And then we'll push on.
I think so too, but I think in certain situations, a lot of times the offensive coordinator is calling these RPO situations to where it's not even a check for him. So it could be one guy coming loose, and that's the guy that they're reading. It's not like the traditional ways where Peyton Manning would go to the line and change it like that. I think that's because of the play call and the type of system that it is. It's not a system where you go up and check like that in certain cases because you're making a read from the RPO where it can be a run or it can be a pass, and Shedeur's reading that after the snap. So,
yeah, like I said, it's just to me at some point because Shedeur is smart enough. He sees the pre-snap. He knows he's going to hand this off or not. Now, that's not always if the guy's crashing down, he pulls it, but he doesn't run a lot of those. He doesn't run a lot of QB zone reads. So it may be a play action deal. He doesn't run a ton of them. What does he have? Maybe 6 of them on his resume this year, I'm saying, in that sense. So my biggest thing is if I know I'm going to make this pass, like I saw one, and they're still getting to him back that we talked about last week. They're still getting to him with 4 or 3, and you're keeping 6 in.
But I think that's because of the way that they're presenting it, the way that they're window dressing it, the way that they're showing at the line 6 or 7 coming and not bringing that many. And that confuses those, for one, the plug-in tackle, the backup tackle, and the other offensive tackle, Big Tank. They attack those guys seemingly, right, drop off, but then they attack the A gaps hard, which makes those offensive guards and Van Bam well have to make decisions now, because you probably made an outside call to whichever side and tackles are alerted right now, but then their guy doesn't even come. So now you have to make adjustments, and that's what the defense has been doing, making this offensive line make those adjustments at the snap, just like that, and they're coming. You know, what they did do, Colorado did do, was get Dylan Edwards out fast rather than trying to make him pick up those blocks. They said if you swing out fast, Shador can drop back and get that ball to you out there in the flats while either taking the hit or before the hit even comes. You know, he can get that ball
Yeah, I
to you.
got
We give it to you while they're blitzing. We can pick up a first down just like they did.
Got you. Real quick, I'll say this. When they threw that pass to Dylan to the top of the screen to the left, and again, great matchup, great call for Dylan to get around. But I thought he was going to turn the corner, which he did. But
Yeah.
dang, boy, did you see that defensive end take off and go? Like, he ended up pushing him out of bounds. But I'm like, golly, bro. Like, no, what I'm saying is,
come on, man. So Dylan, first of all, Dylan made a great decision to get out there and not
he
pick
did it. He
the
did.
gap block, right? He showed great speed. Shador had to get the ball in a position where Dylan can catch, turn, and run to get up the field, which he did. Dylan showed
You're right.
speed to get out there and do it. The
He
guy
did.
had an angle. He should have made that play and pushed him out of bounds. You know, that was a great job by him.
That's all I was saying, dog. I don't know
You
what
said
you
it like
right.
he made a Superman play, dog. Come on, dog.
He did. He was a defensive end. And what I'm trying to say is he was moving a lot faster than I thought because Dylan is so fast. That's what I was. We literally said the same thing, but because y'all think I'm saying something negative about Dylan, I'm not. I was. Negative. It didn't. You interpreted it that way. I was saying I was shocked that the defensive end was in a 3-point stance. And Dylan had the thing. I was just shocked. I thought he was going to turn the corner, and the dude at the last second ended up pushing him because I thought it was touchdown. That's what I was saying. But y'all so quick to be like, but no. We literally said the same exact thing, dog. The guy just made a good play. I don't know what. Like,
well,
I
think Shador made a great pass. I think Dylan made a decision to get out there. I think he made a great catch and turned up the field and pick up the first down. Good job.
And he did that. He did an excellent job. I don't even know what we debating here. We literally saying the same thing. Maybe it's my tone. Maybe it's my demeanor.
Maybe it's your tone, Coach Hayes.
God dang, boy. Y'all cats, boy. Y'all cats. Ralph Tresvant out here. Sensitivity, boy. My goodness. I was just saying that with Dylan has so much speed. For number 2, I say, boom, great matchup. He got him. I thought Dylan was going to the house, and the dude at the last second, I was like, dang, that was a good play. And you know, he ended up saving the touchdown. But anyhow, let's do this because we got to push on to Stanford here as we talk about this. I'm asking the questions.
Big LT. Big LT. Oh, now Big LT. Y'all hear Coach Hayes over here, y'all. L&V, y'all hear Coach Hayes?
Oh, shoot, I lost Madonna. Hold on. I got to give Madonna a love. Hold on. I got to get
Hurricane Donovan.
Oh, we got quite a few donos up here. Oh, where they come from so fast? All right, here we go. Chico, that's you.
Oh, I didn't even see that one. East Coast Kev for the Feezy once again. It's funny because Arizona actually turned Coach Prime down. What? Then they went on social media praising Prime. Funny little world, isn't it? Yeah. How you turn Coach Prime down?
Bo Peterson, appreciate it. 499 says, don't you think there were worse offensive lines than the Buffs with less sacks? It's all on the O-line. What about play call and time in the pocket? I have to be honest, I don't watch every football game, so potentially there probably are some worse O-lines than what we see right now that's happening. I don't watch every game, but regardless of the fact, I mean, it's 31 sacks. That's the only way I know how to answer that, because to your point, there may be some with less sacks, but it may be some that got pretty decent O-lines with, not far behind. And then this for you as well.
East Coast Kev, I'd hate to be the bad guy. Actually, I love it. But Alton McCaskill should be starting over Dylan Edwards. I'm sensing some favoritism. I'm not going to say anything about no favoritism, but the man coming off the injury, And one thing I know about Coach Prime since Jackson State and dealing with Travis Hunter even, he's not going to rush anybody back from injury, dog. That's one thing I can say he's been consistent about, not rushing guys back from injury, not playing them too fast. You see Travis Hunter, it's been 3 weeks. All right, right? They say he's supposed to be back in 3 weeks. He's still not fully saying whether he's going to play or not. He says it's a tremendous chance based off his wind and everything else. Like you said earlier, we'll see. I think it's an opportunity for him to play conference games, Stanford, and you got a bye week next week. Put him out there, let him go as much as he feel like it. Let him determine that, but still kind of monitor it and go from there. Denisha said Chico be so defensive sometimes.
Who said that?
You be so defensive sometimes. Coach, I feel you. That defensive end was fast as hell. Chico be all defensive.
No, I missed it.
You got to go back. You got to slide back up.
Oh, Denise. I see Denise. Chico be so defensive sometimes. Coach, I feel you. The DN was fast. I agree with you. I don't know. I felt attacked. I just felt attacked. Chico, I'm using my words, and I didn't like it.
And I feel like you was trying to say that Dylan wasn't as fast as you thought because of defensive end carry play.
I was actually saying that dude was faster than I thought. The defensive end was moving faster. I wasn't saying, but see, you the guy to be like, well, the glass half empty. I know I was trying to say that. It shocked me that he came out of the 3-point stance and made that play. And I just thought it was a great play call to get it. And I thought Dylan would have skated by. That's all. No biggie, man. All right, let me add two things I want to ask. And like I say, bro, we could go back and forth. This is Chico and Hayes and Chico, right? Trevor Woods not playing.
I should have followed up on that.
What has he done to lose his job? Or I'm just asking because apparently I guess he lost his job, I would assume. Did he play at all that game?
I don't think he played. I think he was on the sideline in a boot, actually. So
he's hurt.
Yeah, it could have been an injury.
Oh, well, if he's hurt, then that's different.
Yeah, but also I do think Rod Ward played with him last game with Shiloh being out. Rod Ward played up to a level to where you would need him on the field, right? I think he graded out higher than what Trevor Woods graded out previous games. Then Trevor Woods has an injury of some sort, and then Shiloh is coming back at the same time. So now Woods is out, and now Rod Ward and Shiloh are playing together. And that gel, man, those two just are dynamic coming up, making tackles and so on.
Hey, Nicolina.
Look, you like the highlights of junk like that, though, the Nicolina.
No, I don't know. No, because me and Nicolina kind of go back. She saw me at Colorado, so I saw the name. Yeah. She said I was talking to an old lady on the bench. Hey, Nicolina. Anyway, no, but if she coming off your side,
holler at you in Colorado. I see you, Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes. Oh, Bugatti. What's his name?
Guess what? I'm just gonna tell you like this. Coach Hayes is a player from the Himalaya. Yeah. Well, I was in the Rockies, I guess. I'm just talking to you. Anyway, having fun, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Come on, man. I just saw the name, to be honest. I should have read the comment, being very honest. I brought the name. Okay, so here we go. Trevor Woods. So if he's hurt, then that's different. And then we talked about Kavase so far. I do want to ask you about the Scatterboo, the running back from from Arizona State, the cheap hit, the cheap shot, rather, he took on 44. Who was 44? I forgot his name. On
Jordan
defense.
Dominic. I didn't see that play, though. Everybody's talking about that. How did I not see that play?
So what happened, as I saw it, the game appeared to be over. It was the last play, and he was walking to the sideline, and I guess the ball came out, and 44 scooped it up, and he just turned around and blasted dude. But I can't hear. I didn't hear a whistle or anything. I'm not saying it wasn't a whistle, but it wasn't on the television, and it was a cheap shot. Coach Prime said that he and the coach spoke. Everything's good. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And so forth and so on. But if you didn't see it, it's a non-issue. I just brought it up.
I had to check it out.
Yeah, that's for you, bro. Go for it.
I see a comment in Selma right now. We were just talking about how proud we are of you, cuz. Now, cuz BJ, what's happening? Lawrence RBE for the 5 once again said, let me clarify. I wasn't blaming the QB for Miami. I'm asking, had he overrode the coach, would there have been any repercussions for the QB? Is it treason? That's on you.
I say this, bro. I can't answer for Coach Cristobal and what he does, but I used to tell my players this. Sometimes a player got to make a player's move. Is what they call a be right play. Long as you right, I'm all right. If you wrong, I'm gonna be in your behind. That's all. So that's it. That's it. It's just called. Sometimes a player got to make a player's move, and it's called a be right play. Like you're not supposed to go underneath that block. If you go underneath it and you make the tackle, I'm not mad at you. Just be aware that you should be over the top. But if you feel like a player that day and you can make that play, I'm your number one fan. If you miss it, see you on Dog Squad. That's the best way I can answer that. So anyway, let's push on here a little bit. Any questions, Stanford? Or I'll let you drive the ship. I don't care. Let's go.
All right, we're talking about if we move forward. All right, we're talking about the Stanford game coming up. Of course, we got some injuries to deal with. We just talked about Trevor Woods, and we mentioned Travis Hunter possibly coming back. So I'll get to some of these comments. I see y'all tagging me in right now. But what is there to look for on the Colorado State side? Matter of fact, I'll put you on the Stanford side. I'll do the Colorado side. What is there to look for on the Stanford side if you're looking at this game and you say, okay, we're going into Colorado. Here's how we're going to beat them. What is your philosophy? What is your game plan as the Stanford head coach coming into this game, in your opinion?
I've said this every week. The strongest suit from a defensive perspective, I'll talk Stanford's offense to Colorado's defense first. Bro, my first thing offensively is to use my offense to keep two off the football field as much as I can.
Right.
That's my first thing. How do I do that? By establishing a legitimate running attack, which is the weakest piece, in my opinion, of Colorado. I'm not playing with them 4 dudes in the back, especially if you bring 12 back. If you bring 12 back, why? Like, why play? Back to that question. I'm not saying you can't throw the ball at any point in the game, but what I'm saying is my primary focus is right now passes, get their passes, manipulate the defense some form of fashion, and I'm going to try to attack off tackle, and I want to see if you guys can make it happen. And again, I'll go back to Arizona State. I know Scatterboo was banged up, the number 4. He was banged up a little bit and so forth, and maybe that's why they went 5 wide a lot. I was kind of shocked. But if I have to beat Colorado, my first priority is use my offense to keep 2 on the sideline as long as I can, as often as I can. Second is create a run game to now milk this clock, use this new rule to my advantage. That's what I do offensively. Now I'll flip it defensively. If I'm on the defense, guess what? I got to get 2 on his back. I say the same thing. I think the formula hasn't changed, and I think that people shy away from it because they get caught up in their playbook. If you got to Shedeur Sanders 5 times, and I have to say this: now, one time did Shedeur hold that ball? He got sacked. It wasn't a holding the ball too long. Them dudes was do right up on you. When he tried to escape, my man folded back inside. And Shedeur has shown a little bit in his game, the more getting out the pocket, running the deal down there when it breaks down, But those are my 2 keys to the game, is that I am coming in all different facets. And to your point, if I see that the O-line is confused, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm going to continue to confuse them. I'm bringing guys off the corner. It's not about Shedeur. I think he's cerebral enough to see that. It's about these 5 in front of him. Can I get to him before he can make that decision, or before those guys can get to that situation? And try to win first down on defense. Meaning, if I'm on defense, make sure that they're in second and 9 or more.
I like that. What do you think about the running quarterback for Stanford? Will he be playing? And is that going to present a different type of, another wrinkle for that Colorado defense to try to stop?
Definitely. Bro, it's hard to get running quarterbacks, right? And they play a lot of man, right? So now once your guys, if 12 and 1 are chasing dudes down the field, right? I can easily pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. I can zone read this thing to death. Let's see how disciplined your guys are in the box, knowing that the 4 on the back end are the strongest suit of your team. I've never seen anybody attack the strength of something. You always attack the weakness of something.
Right.
That's like the art of war 101, right? Like, I'm not finna go into the you don't crack a safe by going to the strongest part. You go to the weakest part. But anyway.
Right. Exactly. So on Colorado end, I see them trying to put together a perfect game. I know Stanford's going to be tough to do that against. They're going to always have a big, strong, tough offensive line that can move and that can road grade. At least more than anything, they're going to be able to do that. So we're going to have to be on our A game. And once again, every week it seems like it's been the same thing. You got to find a way to stop the run using the front seven, not so much the back end guys, because we've seen them leading the team in tackles each and every game, it seems like. So if they can get some turnovers, all right, we're going to have to really, really tackle well, because the running back, I think number 26, is like a pinball. He break tackles. He wearing that 26 like Saquon Barkley out there. He running like Saquon. So they're going to have to wrap up and bring the guys to the ground, and have to find a way to get turnovers when they do pass the ball, and just get off the field, create those 3 and outs to get Shedeur on the field, because they want to keep that defense on the field as long as possible. Like you said, find a way to get 3 and outs. One of the best turnover defenses in the country, really, but definitely in the Pac-12. So they can force this Stanford offense to turn over the ball, whether it's on special teams or offense. That's going to be something that is going to be key for this game. Playing at home at nighttime under the lights in Folsom Field, going to be a crazy atmosphere, but
it's like a 10 o'clock game or something like that, right?
Yeah,
10:30. I think it's a real late game on our side.
Yeah, for East Coast, definitely for East Coast. So it's gonna be one of those games, probably like Colorado State, where you stay up late again, unless we're able to to blow these guys out and have people go to bed early. So we'll see how that plays out. Travis Hunter will be a difference maker, I think, just by him being on the field, man. If they're trying to want to pass the ball, whether it's play action or something, and they end up trying his side, it could be a pick just like that. And those are the turnovers that he can create on the field. And that also frees up that backside cornerback, whether it's Cooper, Kamani, or whoever it is, to be able to play freely also.
Yeah, I agree, man. Real quick, you got your dono to make a Discord server, Chico.
I need to. I had one set up. If y'all want to join the Discord server and type in NAFULOO, you can reach me there. But then that's Nafulu, NAFULOO. Y'all can type that in on Discord, find me there, and then I'll eventually make a Big Dog Chico one, to where we can contact and connect and engage via Discord on there.
I'll tell people I'm an equal opportunity hater here. Coach, you should have throwing them crossing routes to your game plan. We haven't stopped it yet. See, I like to listen to my coaches, unlike my man Mario Cristobal. You're 100% right, Coach. Thank you, Coach Gerald D. Right? You was laughing, thought I was going to say something about Colorado, and I wasn't. Right there. Yes, you're 100% right. I forgot about the crossing routes. You haven't stopped it yet. And to your point, thank you, Gerald D.
Make them cover it.
Make them cover it. And right here, why didn't the LB51 play in the Arizona State game? Oh, that's yours anyway, but go ahead. I read it.
Shoot, we can't call that for real, other than just Coach Hart decision. He went with Bentley, haven't seen any real.
Yeah, boy, these Colorado fans been on Bentley neck.
Yeah. I mean,
they've been on his neck.
There's some things, of course, and I think that goes back to situational football. Each player, especially on defense, are better in certain situations than the others, especially at these linebacker positions. You see Ju Mitchell, you got Levante Bentley, Demore Kennedy, all pretty much playing the same position. We've seen Mitchell come in, not even play the first game, but then leading the team in tackles after like a couple games playing, right? So you say, but then in some instances, you see him get pushed off the ball, get out of position, like in the Oregon game. So then do you go back with Bentley? I think you got to use them as a tandem. Bentley, for blitzing, Juwan Mitchell for more of just run stopping, even Demore Kennedy probably in pass situation. I think you got to use them more as a tandem rather than just one playing, 90% of the snaps. I think that's where you'll get better production from those linebackers. That's my opinion.
I'll say this. Maybe there's a thing that's happening that we know happens, but I don't think we're really acknowledging it, right?
Which is what?
Coach Prime is a disciplinarian, and he likes it his way. And and that's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Maybe this guy broke a rule. Maybe he was late to a meeting.
That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
it was right. So what I'm saying is, because as fans, we're not saying, "Oh, he's not playing." We're like, "Man, we got Bentley out there, man." Well, guess what? I'm only making an assumption here. I'm just saying that because you know the kind of coach that Prime is, if you don't follow the rules, he sat his own son down. You don't think he might sit these guys? That may be a possibility. I'm talking to the fan, not YouTube, but to the fans to say maybe that's why we didn't see him. I don't know. See, a lot of stuff happens, guys, in those facilities that we're not privy to. We don't get we're not that close to, man. And
Right.
so a lot of it is speculation. Real quick, you got your member, man. Smiley the Beast.
Smiley the Beast. Oh, now Smiley the Beast. I always say you became a YouTube member, but Smiley been on this thing. She been beasting for the longest. So, oh, now Smiley, what's happening with you? Hit the like button, like she said.
Carolyn Howard said, "I heard something happened at the hotel." Well, see, there it is. So I don't know.
I'm just like that, man. This could be, I don't want to speculate. You know what I mean? And say it could have been some disciplinary because it probably wasn't. Could have just been, like I said, performance or personnel issues. But if it was something that could have happened at the hotel, man, that could be anything. That could be something happening at dinner. That could be disrespect to a coach, to another player. Could have got into it. Anything could happen. I got up late for breakfast. Breakfast was at 7:05. I came down at 7:10. Coach ain't playing that on game day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Little things like that, dog, can hold you from playing in the ball game in college, especially. And I always tell this story. My freshman year, offensive line coach, I'm with the tight ends. Tight ends with the offensive line. We're out there early, going through meetings. Coach talking. For some reason, I'm back there smiling, showing all 32s. I'm back there like this. And coach, what the hell are you back there smiling for, son? I'll send your ass back to Selma. He was an Italian coach, kind of like Coach Sal. I'll send your smiling ass back to Selma. That smile went like, damn.
Right.
But point was, man, you can't be back there BSing, playing around. These coaches not playing. And they'll send you home, cut you, or get rid of you, or not have you playing for as small of a reason as of smiling in the background when they don't want to see you smiling, dog. So,
and again, right, this may have been the deal with Coach Prime, him coming in. I don't know why he got, and the crazy thing about it, this was the team he got kicked off of, right? It would have been a great showing for him. Am I right? Am I right or wrong about
that? Exactly.
So again,
Arizona State.
Arizona State, yeah. So what I'm saying is now he doesn't get opportunity to kind of go against it. Why he got kicked off the team, I don't know, nor do I care. But we kind of talked about that before. Sometimes the past rears its head and shows itself. And I told you, if I ever write a book, I already got the title of it. It's called The Devil Works on Game Day. I already know that. I already got the title of it. The Devil Works on Game Day. Because you can get through anything else in the world, but on game day, all of the little stuff is nitpicky. But anyway, let me go through this piece, or you go through Stanford.
Oh, now East once again, though, for the 5 say I would like to.
Oh, I missed him.
I would just let Travis Hunter play defense and slowly ease him back into offense to avoid injury again. Your thoughts, please. That's pretty much my thoughts exactly. I'll let him play defense mostly. Come back on offense. Just if I wouldn't even say if we need him, just keep the offense going like it's going right now. Do our best. Kind of try to get a rhythm. Keep Trav on defense. Don't let him take any real shots, but let his presence be felt on defense as far as y'all better not throw to this side or it's a high possibility that it's going to be a pick. He's also good on taking angles and stopping touchdown runs as we see him do the first couple games. So just his presence out there is going to be big, I think, for the defense more than the offense.
DJ DG. Coach probably held him back to prevent him from getting in trouble in the game to affect him the rest of the season. No,
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think any coach would.
To me, that's like the Minority Report, dog. I can see you getting in trouble before you get in trouble, so I'm going. No, I appreciate it. I can appreciate the comment, but likely impossible here, man. And let me see. Go ahead, man. D time 499.
Shador can't take another beating like that again. How do you protect him to prevent injury? You go back and look at the film, find all the plays that we got the ball off fast as possible, quick as possible, and you replicate those. You find the plays that he got hit on. You find out why. You go over that with your offensive line. You say this is why he shouldn't have gotten hit, and you find a way to block that thing, get that corrected. I've seen that happen millions of times, man, where the offensive line are strategizing after the game, watching the film and the blitzes and saying, we can't let this happen next week because this is a copycat league. Football is a copycat game. The offensive coordinator is going to see what happened from the last game. They're going to try to replicate it. That's why I think Arizona came with those blitzes, because they saw Oregon do it. You feel me? So
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You can't reinvent the wheel. Real quick, 49er Tony says that Coach Hayes, if you ever write a book, it should be called 101 Ways to Hate on Deion, or Stories About Mia Pinsodic. How about this? Oh, yes. How about that? Matter of fact, when I get the book, you can write the foreword. How about that? You can write the foreword.
You just slap him twice.
Yeah.
Shannon Logue. What is that? Chrysalis Fitness and Transformation, $5. Thoughts about inside linebacker 58 Noah Young. He's got experience with UT Vols and Utah State. Have you seen Noah Young? Okay, Noah Young came over. Shouts out to him, all of my Panamanians out there. He's originally from Panama. Played at Tennessee. I guess he played at Utah State too. I don't remember that one being on the list, but I did do a quick interview with him, and he spoke about coming over, playing for Coach Prime. This is his last year of eligibility. Kind of a undersized inside linebacker. Right now, it's been more playing on a scout team and giving them a look, and some special teams in the home games. But I don't think he's going to be able to. Let me rephrase that, because I don't want to say I don't think he'll be able to. I think he is. He has a ways to climb and some guys to get past to be able to get onto the field. Meaning a guy like Drew Mitchell, DeMore Kennedy, and even Morgan Pearson. Also Ham and Bentley. So a lot of guys in front of him. And like I said, I think right now he's playing more special teams and just giving the team a look. But good physical player. You saw Michael Irvin even comment on him on Undisputed, talking about how hard he goes in practice and such. So
gotcha. Real quick, I want to say this. If anybody on your side is a moderator, can y'all please block the little funny chats, because those will get both of our channels banned. So, and I don't need one of those.
And I'm surprised that it's coming through, because I got a lot of complaints about my
I'm telling you,
I got a lot of complaints about my moderators being too sensitive. So I'm surprised you guys get maybe my or my moderators.
Appreciate it.
Moderators.
No, they got it. They got it.
Okay.
All right, and then they'll come in. Those I don't, Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anything else about Stanford in regards, before we kind of break this down? I'm gonna open up the phone line, start piling on in. Well, that boy V12 already up in here. I just turned on the program, boy. He ready. Call on in 862-799-9956. As we kind of talk about the rest of Stanford, we're only going to take your question. Please just pose your question, and we're going to hang up like the radio. I know we kind of were lenient the first couple shows, but we got to hold our foot down because it piles in. It won't be able to get through everybody. So we already hour 15 into the show. We got 7:49 on this side, so I appreciate it. But let's talk about Brian. Come on, man, Brian. I can't put it on the screen. Leave those three letters alone, because it will get us messed up, man. YouTube, bro. Do you know YouTube sent me a thing because I talked about something wasn't even crazy, and they sent me a whole thing, dog. They were about to ban the show. I had to explain to them what I was talking about. So, guys, I know y'all like try to be funny, but Brian, nah, you come to your job, take a kernel off your corn. So leave me alone. Anyway, I'm just messing with you, man. But I get it. But ease up, Red Ron. Anyway, so Stanford, talk to us a little bit about it, because I want you to answer what I answered from Stanford side. Talk to us about Colorado side.
You mean
about winning the game? How do you start fast? Like, that's been an issue
in Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado. Colorado has an issue starting
fast. I'm coming out, like I said. In my opinion, I'm using those wide sets, and I'm attacking. And I said this from the point. My philosophy hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
When I go wide, I'm attacking those inside guys. I'm using my slot guys as crossers, as option routes, and as seam routes for the most part. You're gonna have to stop them on that with your inside, with your linebackers and with your safeties. Stop my guys right there. When I want to run the ball, I can stay wide, or I can come in tighter and run a lot of more type plays that we saw Xavier Weaver score on, misdirection type plays, things to where you might not expect this type of offense to run, misdirection. And when I want to go RPO, I can do that also. But you got options of what you can do to where you protect Shedeur Sanders, protect the ball, be safe with it, uh, attack the defense in their most vulnerable areas, which is up the middle of the field and trying to guard Jimmy Horn Jr. and those slot guys. That's what I'm saying. That's how I think they can come out and start fast on offense, on defense, find a way to come out with the attitude of we're not going to let them run the ball. You feel what I'm saying? Give them a shot at Jen, they would start fast then. Maybe so, But that's what I think they're going to have to do. Offense, just going to have to hone in on what they do well and take advantage of that.
All right, then defensively, how do you see it? How do they stop the big back? How do they stop the running quarterback, knowing that they play a gang of man? Do they change their offense and go a lot of zones so they keep their eyes forward? How does that work?
Well, on defense, with Travis Hunter coming back, that's going to give them the opportunity to be more flexible, to have Travis Hunter play and stay in man on his side, but everybody else can play a zone where their eyes are forward, like you said, and kind of focus in on that run. You have to stop the run. Another thing I've seen was the defensive line will have to start shifting to the strong side a lot more now. I've seen them getting outflanked a lot in the games, and the run will go right there to where they're outflanked at, and they'll pick up big runs. It's like they don't realize that you have two tight ends over here, so you might want to slide to that side because that's not a strong side now, right? So, and then you'll see the offense just run right behind that. So I think a lot more adjustments by the defensive line and the linebackers, whether it's recognizing it or not, and also instinctive plays from those linebackers, meaning just like on the third down we saw converted by Scatterboo right up the middle versus Colorado in the Arizona State game. I think that if Bentley would have just, like you said, you got to take the chain off the dog sometimes, let them loose. If he has the ability to just shoot those gaps on runs like that and make those plays behind the line of scrimmage instead of trying to catch the running back, you got to go hit him in the mouth sometimes. And you got to take those chances to make the plays on the other side of the line of scrimmage. That's what I think they need to do on defense now, play a lot more loose, a lot more aggressive, and a lot more with an attitude of we're going to not let them beat us in the run game. Try something else.
Yeah, so here's what I'll say, because I don't want to be just the guy talking about Stanford, even though I got on my red shirt because I was doing some recording.
You knew what you was doing, dog. You knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. I didn't make a mistake and wear a black shirt or this shirt. You knew what you was doing, dog.
Hold on, dog. You just did a wardrobe. Did you just do a wardrobe change in the middle of our show? You had a black t-shirt on.
You didn't even catch that. See what I'm saying? Y'all spam the comments right now. Put in red shirt or something for Coach Hayes. Let him know that he meant to wear that red shirt on purpose. He knew what we was doing. This is a prime debate show, and he coming here with all red on, flaming like he from Rosecrans, Bumpton somewhere. You know what I mean? Throwing up the bees. Unless you're a Kappa, shout out to the KSI.
I'm feeling attacked, Chico. I'm feeling verbally attacked.
He knew what he was doing, y'all, in his red tee. Like he the franchise boys.
Feeling attacked. But anyway, I will say this. Let me talk Colorado, and then we're going to open up the phone lines here, and we'll do prediction. If I'm Colorado, there's two things I'm looking at. I thought they did extremely well with gap scheme plays, pulling guys, traps, so forth. And they got away from it last week.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The reason that's important, because now these guys, can I just say this? I think Colorado's biggest issue with the offensive line, they're not strong. Because they're not strong, I can't just line up in front of Chico and just power you. Right. I have to deceive you. I have to down block you, come around. I got to wham block you. I have to pin and pull you. I have to use all these different techniques in order to maximize my strength, right? If I got to line up right in front of you like a sled, I'm not going to win. I'm losing this battle probably 75 to 80% of the time. But when they did the pulling and they did the guys coming around the corner, they were a lot more effective in the run game, in my opinion. And you saw that big when they played USC. Okay, some reason I may be wrong, but I think they kind of got away from it against the Sun Devils. That's one thing. Second thing, when it comes to the passing, and again, these are not all the time deals, but I'm talking about, and I brought this up before. If two is standing up, I keep saying this, I can have more blockers and take 3 in the passing route. Because the dude is so surgical with it, Jake. When he threw that pass where my man got hit in the back, number 9, and he spit the ball out, bro, the pass itself was surgical, dog.
On point.
Like, hey, on point like Stacey Adams. So he is the guy that can deliver the ball, but you have to protect him. It's not, and I heard Coach Prime say, well, if I bring more blockers, I don't have enough guys out there. I think that those skill guys are skilled enough to find open spots, how to get open, so forth and so on. And here's the beauty of it. The more blockers you have, the more running lanes you have to escape if it does break down. And that's huge. And that's huge right there. That's from the offensive side. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with what you said right there with having those lanes to run, with the max protection, that could be possible also. But I think what Coach Prime and offensive coach is seeing is probably the same thing I'm seeing is we have enough guys to make the protection, but we're just not doing it.
Yeah, but that's the point.
And you're saying you don't think they're strong enough. You just don't think they're good enough.
They're not good enough. It's proven. It's proven week in and week out.
I think it's just the opposite. It's just like you're saying the glass is halfway empty, but it's halfway full. You're saying they're not strong enough, and it's been proven. But at the same time, he's the leader in passing yards, so they've been giving him time somehow, some way, somewhere, in some capacity. So on some plays, they've been able to hold up. What and how have they been able to hold up? Identify that, evaluate that, and exploit that. Use those same type of plays and situations that they've been successful in, and continue to do that.
I agree with you, but therein lies the issue. The success you have throwing the ball is also your demise, where you're losing these sacks. You're losing 7, 8, 10 yards of play. So for example, I make a 25-yard gain. Peep how this works. I make a 25-yard gain on a pass, right? But I give you 11 of it back on a sack. And I'm not saying every play is like this, because some drives just sputter out. It is what it is. But I think it's almost giving itself an even watch. When you go to 6, 7, say, I don't have the stats pulled up. Maybe I can pull it up. But when we're talking about your quarterback is negative 57 yards in a game, like, bro, that's huge. And it changes, but you got to remember, it also now changes the 3rd and long. So it puts you now into another situation. I get where you're coming from. I'm not saying they need to run 7-man protection all the time. You're right. Maybe find out, but just mano y mano, they hands are bigger than they man on man. I just think they're better than them, than Colorado in that sense, and it's been proven. Because you got to remember, pressures is not a stat. Pressures is not a stat. Throwaways is not a stat. So if you add those into that, now you may be up to around 10, right? 5 sacks, 5 throwaways. I'm just saying.
So your solution is what?
So my solution
is what?
Well, there's never going to be one solution, but my primary solution, is again, you got to win the first down. How do you do that? I can definitely win first down on passing by keeping more people in the box, right? And so far as pass protection, because I believe.
So here's my
because I believe.
Okay,
no, I want to finish because I believe that Shador can find the open guy. Once it's all sealed up, now you got to check down with your running back out the backfield. All of the defense has opened itself up, and now you got one-on-one with a guy like a Dylan.
How is the defense opening itself up though if they're only sending 4 guys and dropping everybody else?
That's opening it up,
and you got back protection.
We've seen Shador beat that. We've seen him. He's so accurate. He know. I have to say this. He is so accurate and so he's so. I don't even know there's a word. He's anticipatory. He can anticipate. He can anticipate the throw. Like, this is the linebacker. The guy's coming on the post. You saw Jimmy Horn. This ball is already out on this side, and he's throwing the guys open. The dude, two, is a gangster now.
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. He's doing what
I
he's supposed to
know,
do. I'm
but
talking
he
about
ain't a gangster if he's doing this.
in theory, though. In theory, if you're only sending 4 guys and you're dropping 7, and the offense is in pass protection, that's a win for the defense.
No, it's not.
It's in pass pro max protection. That's a win for the defense because I'm bringing 4 guys. You're blocking with 6 plus your quarterback, right? So what you got?
Mhm.
What you got? 3 guys
That's
going
7.
out on the route.
4.
4 guys going out on the route, right?
What was wrong with that?
No. So
You see that all the time.
I'm looking at this right now, though. But what I'm saying is, in theory, coaches like we shouldn't have to do that if we're bringing because they're saying these guys are good enough to make these blocks
They're
because they've
not.
done it before. No, they've done it before. They are good enough to make blocks. They've done it before. The same way you're saying they're giving up sacks. When they don't give up sacks, they're making the blocks, right? What are they doing? Just getting in the way? They're making the blocks. What I'm saying is this, just like I'm looking at them film right here. You got 5. Matter of fact, you got 4 defensive linemen coming for Arizona State. You got the 5 offensive linemen, right? 2 tackles, 2 guards in the center. Plus, you have the running back in the backfield blocking right here. But then he goes out for the pass because he realizes that there's only 4 guys coming. No need for me to stay back here and block air. But what happens? The communication is not there.
So here's the deal. I'm just going to use this. I'll use this one example, and I go through the rest of them. Your leading rusher for TCU game had 45 yards. Shador had negative 32 yards. Just hear me. What I'm saying is the sacks negate. This is all I'm trying to get you to understand. The sacks. I know, but that's what's so. Yes, the passing looks good, but we're not accounting for the negative yards, and then the ensuing result is third and 17, third and this. So now I can still rush forward and have more people. I think we're not looking at it in that light. I think we're looking at it in the sense.
I'm looking at it this way. I'm looking at how do we eliminate the sacks, right?
That's me too. I'm looking at it the same way, Chico. But I'm saying you got to eliminate it because.
And how the way I'm saying it is not. I mean, you can pass pro sometimes, max protect sometimes. But my thing is, I'm saying that I don't think that is the answer that's best fit for this offense. This offense is supposed to be high tempo, quick passes. As soon as the ball touches, the ball's supposed to be out. Example is this play that I'm looking at right in front of me where Shador Sanders has 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom, 1 running back, right? Defense is showing 5 or 4 rushers. They come with 4. Everybody else is dropping off, whether it's man or zone. Right here, it looked like it's more of a zone, but they're dropping off. And Shador, the ball is out of his hands. 1-2. 2 seconds, the ball is gone. Hitting Jimmy Horn on a quick stop route right there. He catches the ball. That's a 7-yard gain. First down, we're moving down the field. That's how quick this offense is supposed to be moving in theory.
I get it. But what happens but that's the difference between theory and reality, Chico.
Okay, so theory in reality, what?
Hold on. Theory is my man blocks this man blocks that man, this man blocks that man. The reality is this man ain't blocking that man, this man ain't blocking that man. So how do I help him? I'm just calling it what it is. Bro, I'm literally calling it what
I help him by not changing up my standard, because my standard is the standard. Okay. I help him by taking into the film room and saying, dog, you got to watch more film.
Come on, you don't think they did that for 6 weeks? For 6 weeks. And that means that this coaching staff don't know what they're doing. They take them in the film room. They've been doing it for 6 weeks. They have 4 sacks, 7 sacks, 4 sacks, 7 sacks, 5 sacks.
Every week is different. Every week is a different film. We're talking about
they've had 4 sacks, 7 sacks, 4 sacks, 7 sacks, 5 sacks.
Okay. How many times?
How much film room you gonna take them?
How many times have they passed the ball in those games? How many completions have they had? So that means that they've kept him upright at some point to get those completions and touchdowns and points. What I'm saying is,
Right.
give the guys credit for doing their job, and then let's
No, I got
correct.
you. You're right, but I can't.
Let's correct the times where we're getting him hit. Right? We got to keep like if I'm Shador, the best thing I can do is speak positiveness into my squad right now. Yeah, hold them accountable, but you got to speak. You can't be downing them right now. You got to tell them, hey man, we got to get more.
I'm not downing them. I'm helping them.
I'm talking about as a quarterback.
Them.
Yeah, and the way you help them is go in the film room with them and make sure that we all are seeing the same thing. When these blitzes are coming, listen, here's a cut up right now. And we have a meeting today,
Chico.
2 hours before everybody else comes in here. It's just the offensive coordinator, quarterbacks, and the offensive line.
It ain't like they Chico, it's not that they're missing the assignment. The assignment is blowing them. The assignment is blowing them up. The dude is dog walking 69. He in here doing the Matrix up in this joint. It has nothing to do with like, bro.
It's more of them missing the assignments rather than just getting butt whooped. And half of the butt whooping is coming because they're trying to adjust after missing the assignments. Y'all don't realize how important the assignments are.
How about this? So how about this? If I add more people to the equation, I can help out with the assignment.
We need no more people to the equation. We need to do what we're supposed to do first. If they do what they're supposed to do across that 5, just that 5 line, if they're linked, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if one guy doing wrong, that's going to open up a lane for Shador to get hit. If everybody is linked on the same page, this is why you go to film study before and after. You stay in there longer so that you can be on the same page. When these 6 guys come up to the line,
go to film study, but give them some help.
I'm confident. I'm more confident that Tank knows that when they come and show, and we have a Roger call in protection, and they come and show on your side, Tank. If he doesn't come, Tank, what do you do next? Okay, now I go help out. So now there's no confusion.
Chico, I could go with this. I could go with you, Chico, if this was game 2 or maybe game 3. We are literally halfway through. We are halfway through the season, and we still we're literally halfway through the season.
You're gonna watch film every week.
I never said, Chico, I never said not to watch film. Never said that. You definitely need to watch film. You can watch more film, but film is not the problem. It's the man is the problem. It is the dude. It is Seabiscuit out there racing man of war, dog. That's the problem right now.
The offensive line is supposed to be the most cohesive group.
You notice everything you said is theoretical. Supposed to be, and if. I understand what's supposed to be, but the reality is they are not getting it done. There's a reason. So there is a reason why he has 31 sacks on the season. Because they're supposed to be blocking or supposed to know their assignment, and they do.
They're getting blown up each and every time. It's because they're missing the assignments or they're not working together as an offensive lineman unit.
So fired out. So what you're telling me by week 6, and this is not, bro, offensive line there's like 6 different things. You fan right, you fan left, you slide right, you slide left, man on man protection. I'm looking at it.
It's not always that simple. If they're coming up and you guys, if they're showing that we're blitzing from the right side, and you call a protection that's going to protect you from the right side blitz, but then no, they don't come with that blitz. They come with a left side blitz. All of these things need to be communicated and understood.
And that's the coach's job, Chico.
By your quarterback.
So do you think? Hold on. So do you think you're running? So do you think, Chico, wait a minute, bro. No. To me, that's an excuse. So you think that Colorado is the only team, right? Because we like to use the word each, and nothing's ever 100%. But do you think that Colorado is the only team that gets those kind of looks where people show and back out? No.
That's the point. That's you making the point.
I'm not making no
point. Look, you say you think they're the only team that's getting these looks. No, they're not the only team that's getting these looks.
But everybody else can block it.
Listen. That's the whole point. Everybody else is getting these looks, and they're finding the way to block it because we have a cohesive offensive line group that's on the same page that knows that if he doesn't come, this is what we do. If he does come, this is what we do. Here's how we make the adjustments. That's
what coaches do? You know what coaches do?
Those same blitzes, dog.
We'll fire the O-line coach, because you know what coaches do? If Coach O'Boyle has been around, I don't know Coach O'Boyle. I heard the name. Call somebody. Hey, bro, we having a bad time with communication in here, yada, yada, yada. Out of all 130 teams, you don't play everybody. I know he got some friends. If he can't get that communicated, but other people can do it, come on, Chico. No, sir. I can't go with that, dog. No, sir.
Listen. They're saying that Chico making excuses for the line being trash and talking about keeping his press pass and all this other stuff. They said Coach Prime paying Chico.
And these your people now. Hold up, Chico. I want to be clear. Hold up. I want to be clear for you. Say your people. They on your side of the fence. They on your side of the fence. I just want to say that.
Okay. All right, cool. But let me say this right here, dog. If they're getting blown up, it starts by not knowing what to do. You're not that sorry that you're just getting blown up constantly. All right. You're getting blown up because at the snap, you don't know who to block exactly. Right. And
so it's the O-line coach then.
And O-line coach, preparation, film work, each player individually, whatever the hell it is. I'm telling you what, it's not just their ability. It's the fact that they don't know what to do. And if you're dropping back into play and you're playing to where, oh, damn, I don't know what to do, and this guy's coming, he knows what to do, you going to get Peter rolled. How do you improve that if you can't go replace him with another player? You can't put him in a weight room and say, get stronger by next week. How do you improve that? You make them play faster and more confident. How do you make them play faster and more confident? By making them know what to do in all situations. With communication.
So for 6 weeks, this offensive line coach.
No, you talking about pool. Listen, dog. Listen. Every week is different.
What's his name? O'Boyle? I'm going to check out his resume. But he's still in there. He's still in.
Every week.
I'm just being honest. If he can't get the guy Bill O'Boyle, is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This dude been coaching since 1987. I was 10 years old when he started coaching. And you're gonna tell me you don't know how to teach the guys to fan, slide, Roger, Louis?
Put words in my mouth. I didn't say he don't know how to do nothing. I didn't say that. You said that he don't know how to do that.
No, I'm asking you. You said the guy. You Chico. No, hell no. You just said that the guys don't know what to do. Therefore, that's the coach. No. That's the no. Hold on. No new taxes. That's the guy that you said that they don't know what to do. So if they don't know what to do, that is the job of the coach/teacher. If your kids go to a class and they don't know how to do the assignment, hold on.
At the same time,
wait a minute. If your kids go to a class and don't know what to do, the onus goes on the teacher.
Is that 100% of the time? Or is that your little badass kid in class not playing around, not paying attention and playing around and being a distraction? Which one is it?
So there it is. Back to my point is that these guys are not good, aka equivalent to a badass kid.
That means
they're not good. They're not good players, dog.
Hey,
they're not.
All right. Well, hey, you saying they're not good. I'm saying they can be better if they know and understand what they can do under these circumstances and situations, because football is a game of each play is a different situation that's going to be coming at you. It's a chess game. It's not just we're going to line up and run. No, it's defensive coordinators trying to confuse. They're going to pick a guy and try to confuse him. You saw it on the first play of the game, the first sack that Shador took. The defensive coordinator for Arizona State realized that there's a backup right tackle in the game. That blitz came off their right side, right there in the right tackle.
So help him. Hold on. So help Biscuit. So help him by putting another body there as a tight end.
Okay, you can do that. I'm not against that, but what I'm saying is whether you put a tight end there or not, if he don't know what to do, it don't matter him being there. So that's why you need extra film study with your tight ends, running back, offensive line, and quarterbacks, so they can know that they're all on the same page when these things present themselves. Because guess what? They will present themselves the next game.
Okay, here's the last piece I'll say about it, because we can talk about this before. So let's just say they know what to do now, right?
They're gonna perform a lot better. Period. That's in any case. That same kid that you're talking about wasn't performing in class. If you go and you have a conversation with him and you sit him down and you tell him this is what happens in this situation. Well, the teacher, when she be talking, I don't like how she explained this. Okay, well, we're going to go over this then. This is what happens when the teacher starts explaining like this.
That's teaching. That means old Boyle is, based on what you're saying, old Boyle is not doing his job. His job is to get those guys to perform. He is getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to get 5 guys, probably a total of 12 people in that room, to understand who to block and when to block. Give me the job. I bet Coach Prime, since y'all want to put everything on Instagram, Coach Prime. Matter of fact, I hate to even be that dude. Coach Prime, give me half of what Coach O'Boyle make, and I promise they'll know what to do. Now, I can't say they're going to make the block, but I guarantee they'll get 100. They're not good. They're not good.
What you just said.
They're not good.
They're going to know what to do. I can't promise that they're going to make the block.
Because they're not good, but they're going to know what to do. You're saying they don't know what to do. That means that they're not being taught properly. So I can promise you, Coach Prime, listen, Coach Prime Jr., matter of fact, Shador, hit your boy up. I'll make sure you stand up right. Well, I'll make sure they know what to do so you can stand up right. Now, I can't make them stronger. I can't sprinkle no dust, but I guarantee they'll know who to block. Now they'll know who to block. I can't say they will block them because I don't think they're physically talented enough to handle the guys that they're facing right now. But I guarantee you give me half of Coach O'Boyle's check and Coach on his way to Colorado. I ain't packing nothing but a Colorado Buff shirt, and I'm on my way.
Coach O'Boyle said you got to grab him first. What happened? Coach O'Boyle said you got to come grab him to get his spot.
Let's get it then. If I got to grab him, then I need your whole check. I need your whole check.
You need the whole check to get physical.
That's it. Anyway, let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines, man, because we're going to be on here forever. Oh, is that on me? Oh, that's on me. OP said, how much responsibility is on coaching, play calling, and time of release? Do you think there's a correlation between most passing yards and sacks? It's a lot of variables to it. I think all of those play a part into the result of any play, whether it's successful, whether it's not, the timing of the guy hitting the hole, the timing of the chip block and climbing to the next level. That's what continuity is, right? So I would just say that there's not one thing you can put your finger on what equates to a sack. You really can't, right? You really can't.
But I'll just say on the offensive line. Sorry. So you saying that's the reason.
They're not good. They're not good. Prime Sports Media, what's up with you for the $5? Thank you, man. Much respect. Y'all go check out Prime Sports Media. I believe he got a channel. Yeah, he got a channel. I've been over there. Y'all go check him out, man. He do some good stuff. He got some great graphic stuff going on. All type of stuff playing. And I got to get that line you be using, bro. Something about, hey, this is for fundamentals and for teaching and whatever. I like you use that line. You need to let me know if it work or not, because, boy, they be banging my head, especially on the good, bad, and uglies, man. All that work, we don't get nothing out of that. Okay. I appreciate you right here. Case in point says, Coach, hey, I believe you'll make it. Man, you give me half that money? Well, I'm out on YouTube. Holla. I'll be on Well Off Media coaching my AR. I guarantee they'll know who to block.
You better believe it.
I promise you that. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Knowing who to block is half the battle, man. I think that gives them the confidence and the ability to make those blocks. The ones that you see them getting Peter rolled, I promise you, it's from technique to alignments to assignments is the problem. That's what I think.
I agree.
I don't think they're.
Hey, can I say this last piece? Because we got to open the phone line. We're going to get out of here. Can I say this last piece?
Yeah.
Why are we not cut blocking anybody? Because guess what? If your guy's usually not that good or he's overpowered,
I saw one guy do a cut block on the field goal, and he was the one that stopped the penetration on his side.
Guess what? Start chopping wood, baby. I'm laying cats down. Hey, can I tell you this? We used to call it. Matter of fact, this was the call on our offensive line, right? Talking about it, get to the kids' mind. We used to call it state property, right? So if they knew they had to cut, they call it state property. You know why they call it state property, Chico? Why do you think they call it state property?
Tell me why they call it state property.
Because your ass better get down or lay down. That's right, baby. That's all it was. So they knew they knew what it was, state property. I mean, guess what? You either gonna get down or you gonna lay down from the movie. Y'all go check it out. You want to open up these phone line, man? Please, when you call in, ask your question, and we'll get straight to him. I'm gonna go straight to my man V12 here in the building. Talk to us, baby.
Hey, Coach, listen, I'm not gonna give you a just regular question. I got a couple statements. I've been in the back
for an hour.
like in the flea market. So let me just say this, Chico. I'm gonna step to you. When you rewind this tape, bro, you're gonna take a look at it. You're not gonna be happy with this argument. It wasn't a very good argument. It's very rudimentary. The offensive line, they could know everything. They're just not talented, and that's what's going on. That's the bottom line, bro. I'm not even going front on it. They can get better. They know the assignment is 6 games in. That's one of the most asinine excuses I've heard this year. Asinine. All right, I'm done with that. Secondly,
Hold on. You're gonna have to hold on right there. You don't get to come in here and just make
Oh,
all
now.
the statements that you want to make, cuz. Hold
hold
down,
on.
hold down.
With
Coach
with
Hayes,
hold on,
crash
hold
the
on.
Yeah.
tape for a second.
Hold on.
Cause you said
Hold on.
So hold on. So he made a statement. Can he let him
I'm
rebut?
gonna check it, bro.
No, but
I'm
let
gonna
him
check it.
rebut. Let him rebut it.
Hold on. Let me tell you why.
you're gonna say, can I say something now? Because you said that my argument
Go
didn't
ahead,
make
bro.
any sense.
Go ahead.
And you're talking about 6 weeks in, just like Coach Hayes said 6 weeks in. Can I drop some knowledge to you that you obviously are looking over and you seem to not know that the game plan changes up each and every week. So what you taught them in the first week might not apply to the 6th week as far as blocking and how to pick up a scheme versus a team. Everything changes. What are y'all talking about?
Chico, you're absolutely right.
So
You're
that's all
absolutely
I'm
right.
saying.
There are basics. There are basics to every position. Now stop, Chico. There are basic. Hold on. There are basics to every position. There's a basic
Fundamentals
way
and
to play
basics. Yes. Are
offensive
we
line.
talking about fundamentals
Let's
and
be
basics?
honest
Or are
with
we talking about
ourselves.
picking
There's
up
a basic to playing
schemes
a
that these
receiver.
Hold on, guys.
There's a
Hold on.
basic.
Can I say this?
Basic to,
Y'all talking over each other. It's a computer. It can't. I'm just saying y'all got to go one at a time. It's trying to. You know what I mean? Hey man, Johnny Five back here tripping. Go ahead. Y'all will pick up that reference. Go ahead, guy.
All right.
who you
So
want to go?
go ahead, V12. Go ahead.
Okay. What I'm saying is there's a basic, rudimentary, fundamental to playing the position. How you fire off the ball, how you cut block, how you fan, how you pull, the whole nine. Yes, the game plan may change from week to week, but if you do not have a great amount of talent on the line, it does not matter, Chico. That's all I'm saying. So to say that they're not being taught this, I don't think that's fair to to Colorado. They're being taught. They're just being beat. That's the bottom line. You have to give credit oftentimes to the other team, and people aren't being fair when you and giving credit to the other defense. They're getting beat, bro. That's the bottom line.
All right, go ahead, Chico. I guess. Go ahead.
You know what? Listening to you and really listening to you, I think the disagreement is coming from how they're getting beat. Y'all saying they're getting beat, just getting dominated in Peter Road, and I'm saying why I think they're getting dominated in Peter Road. In my opinion, I think it's because not just because of the ability, like you guys are saying, they're just sorry, they're just not good. I'm saying it's because I think that whatever they're being presented with in the game, they're not making the proper adjustments, which makes them play slower, not faster, not to their best of their ability, which makes them, like I said, slower and not being able to pick up those blitzes or rushes that are coming from these guys who are pinning their ears back, knowing that they're pass blocking. You're pass blocking against guys who are not being deceived by anything. No run, no RPO, no screens, no nothing. They just know it's going to be a straight pass rush. And with the blitz that we're not picking up pre-snap. All of these things plays into it, and I think that more film study can help them. Yes, some fundamentals, some basics can help them, but like I said, more film study on the plays that he's been sacked on can help them out, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying.
All right, 12. Go ahead.
Are they going to
Finish
be
up.
the Cowboys? Are they going to be the Cowboys after that? No.
Chico, that argument would be better.
12.
Okay, that argument would be better received if the whole line wasn't getting junkyard dogs. You have to have a beast on the offensive line who can anchor the offensive line. The whole line is getting JYD, old school style with the white pants and the red boots.
Not necessarily, dog. Not every play, dog. Y'all not looking at the film.
It's not every play though, Chico. It's not every play.
Valid.
Nothing is every play. That's what nothing is, but nothing in football is everything.
No, nothing. Not every play, but overall, Chico.
I'm listening. Go ahead, 12. You got to finish your piece. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, so let me answer my question. Okay, and that's good. I just want to say that. So my question to Chico was this. I might have finished right. Here's my question. Listen to this. Does Colorado go 5-7 or 6-6? Because let me tell you this. I believe today, Stanford may be the last win. How do you see it? What do you see the final being? Because if you look at it, the last few games are against top 25 opponents. So how do you view
Arizona it? Top 25?
5-7 or 6-6? That's my question. And Coach, I want to address one thing about the Scatterboo situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the Scatterboo situation. So what he was trying to avoid was the Stanford Cal ban situation. If you take a look at that situation, number 44 at the end, I don't know if the whistle was blown or what.
He picked the ball up.
This dude picked up the ball and started running with it towards the end zone.
Correct. I saw that.
Scatterboo blasted him.
I saw it.
So if you don't want no smoke, why are you picking up a ball and running? It's the instinct that football players do. So from that perspective, I don't necessarily think it was a cheap shot. It wasn't like he didn't have the ball in his hand and he just clocked him. So that's my outlook on that.
Okay.
I'm done. Y'all gentlemen have a
Appreciate
great
you, man.
night.
Thanks to it.
Hey, and Chico.
Okay, Sean, peace.
V12. My brother. Get some rest.
Wait. He said I got jet lag?
He said, peace out, my brother. Get some rest.
I thought
all right, Martel Prayer says $20. Thank you, man. Coach Hayes up in here sounding like a straight dog. I love your mentality, Coach Hayes, and you just got a new subscriber. Thank you, man.
Coach Hayes, look, Coach Hayes. Uh-oh.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay bow wow yippee yo yippee yay. Matter of fact, I just
anymore. They're gonna call him. They go. Hey, he's not Coach Hates anymore, y'all.
They call me Coach Dog up in here. I'm just saying. I hit where you coming from, Chico, and I will say this: a broken clock is right twice a day. But however, these guys, I'm just saying, these guys right now physically are not good, and so based on your argument, and I'm gonna push on, but based on your argument, either the players are not good or the coach doesn't know what he's doing. That's how I look at it.
No, that's how you look at it. That's you putting words in my mouth. I
didn't put words in your mouth. I'm Coach Hayes is saying, hold on. Coach Hayes is saying, Coach Hayes, Coach hates, I'm a hater, all those things is saying, based on what Chico said, Coach Hayes is saying that Coach O'Boyle is not a great O-line teacher because by week 6, they still don't know who to get on 4-down linemen just because you show. Bro, they've been showing guys in high school show the blitz and come out, right? Show and go. Bro, they've been doing that since high school. And if they – now, mind you, these guys are all starters within their own right. I know you got some guys hurt. But wasn't 69 an All-American for the Pac-12 last year?
No, 55.
55? That Van Wells?
Sound like this guy who
no, hold on. Don't change this up. No, whoa. No new taxes now. Hold on. I want to make sure. Weren't the Colorado dudes starters last year?
Yeah, Tank was a starter, and Wells.
Weren't the two guys that came from Kent State?
Bailey and Washington were starters at Kent State last year.
In this particular offense, right?
Yeah.
And you don't think when they were at Kent State, people didn't show and go? Wasn't O'Boyle? Hold on. Was O'Boyle their coach? I'm asking, was O'Boyle their coach at Kent State?
Yep, he was. So
out of 2 out of the 5, if my memory serves me correctly, that's 40% of your offense should know. I mean, 40% of your offensive linemen coming from Ohio to Colorado should know this playbook back and forward. 40% of your offense, meaning the 2 guys that start.
Man, y'all still
no, I'm not missing the point. You're missing the point.
Yeah, y'all missing the point too.
Hold on. I want to make sure I'm clear. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm clear. So 40%, because my math serves me correctly, 5 guys, 100%. That's 20% each. Two of those guys. Yeah, hold on. 2 of those guys. Who's the guy from Kent State? What's his name?
Savion and Bailey. You got
Savion and Bailey. That makes 40%. Okay. And then you're going to tell me 55 was an All-American, but yet he doesn't know how to identify guys showing, coming out, guys coming from different angles. I'm not saying they're going to get it right 100% of the time, but you're going to tell me they can't identify.
That's what y'all making it seem like, dog.
No, you're making it seem like that. I'm just telling you they're not. I'm telling you,
offensive line every play. And yes, Shedeur has been sacked and hit more than anybody. Do the offensive line need to improve? Heck yes. The debate seems to be, how do they improve, or why are they this bad? You guys are saying that they're just not good enough, and if it's about watching film, they should be at a higher level, or should be a higher understanding 6 weeks in. I'm saying that each
can I ask you a question? I'm gonna ask one question because we got quite a few back here. I just want to ask one question. One question. You know who Rudy is, right? I'm asking one question. Just yes or no. Do you know Rudy?
Rudy who? The football player or Cosby Show?
No, Rudy from Notre Dame.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think if he would have went in there and watched 1,000 hours of film, he was going to be a better football player?
See, you're putting them. You're comparing them and saying they're just not talented players.
They're not. Okay, they're not physically talented guys. I've been saying, I don't know how many times I got to keep saying that they are not physically talented guys.
Oh, and I'm saying, okay, right? If you have a team full of guys who is not as physically talented than the next team, what are you going to do to improve them?
I'm going to help them and bring more people to the table.
Blah, blah, blah. Boy, come on, man. What,
Rastafari, rice and peas.
What are you going to do to help your team, whether it's Little League, middle school, and on up? What do you do to help these guys who are less talented, as you say, than the team that you're facing? Just say, "Oh, y'all not good enough. We're gonna go get beat." Or
no, I'm going to use other techniques like cutting somebody. I don't know why they don't do that. I would cut dudes. Listen, I'm being honest. I would cut dudes. I would, like I said, I would wham block. I would have to use deception. No, I'm asking you.
You're going to change up your game plan. You're going to get
week 6, bro. It's week 6.
Every week, the game plan changes every week. What are you talking about?
Okay, let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question.
What are y'all listening? Oh my gosh.
The game change plan. The game plan changes, but the fundamentals and techniques stay the same. Let me ask you this. I could run a smash concept as well as I could run a spacing concept, and both of those have a corner route in them. Whoever's running the corner route is using the same fundamentals and techniques of running a corner route. Yet the concept is different, but to run the corner route, the fundamentals and technique are the same.
Listen, to run a corner route, that's what's going to be the way that you run a corner route is going to be determined by the coverage.
I understand that.
The same way every time. What are y'all talking about?
Well, no, but you said the game changed. You said the game plan changes. What I'm saying is this week we only ran a smash concept. What does that mean? Corner and a hitch. Next week, next week we need to do a spacing concept, right? Scat concept. Okay, so what does that mean? A corner, a sit down with a guy peeling out. That corner route is still running using the same fundamentals that he would have used in a doggone The fundamentals are if the guy's high, I sit it low. If he's low, I take it high. Those fundamentals are the same. So what are you saying?
It changes up based off the coverage and what you see after the snap.
The concept change, but the fundamentals don't. A kick slide is a kick slide is a kick slide. I don't care if he's fanning or not. So what are you talking about? Listen, let's get the callers in. 3187 coming to you.
Talking about understanding who and how you're supposed to be blocking, dog. You're just talking about the physical abilities of these guys. Okay, you can judge that, but I'm telling you that if they know what to do, more times than not, they're going to play faster and be a lot better, dog. That's what you do with any team that's less talented, as you say, that's less talented than the team you're playing. You have them better prepared. So they can play faster.
Coach Prime, don't call me on this number. This is a show number. I'm going to DM you. Hit me up. I'll be on the next plane to Colorado, baby. I'll get them right. Nah, like I say,
And look, and for all you guys in the chat talking about Coach Hayes is a coach. Chico, listen, I don't have coach in my name, but yeah, I got paid to coach also.
yeah, nothing wrong with
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So whatever y'all talking about, you know what I mean? Hey, be cool.
All right. Ooh, it's getting hot. 3187 coming to you. Call us, please. I apologize. We got this. Hey, this is why we call it. Point right up there, dog. We call this the prom debate because that's what it's all about. Ain't no hard
feelings. Believe it or not, there's coaches on the same staff that have these type of debates in those coaching rooms that you guys will never see.
Bro, all the time. All the time. All the time. That have, bro, you spend more time in coaches' meetings talking about how to skin the cat than the cat himself.
And so that's the reason why I'm not on the coaching staff right now, because I wasn't finna do that 6-6 for nobody. They can have that 6-6, dog.
Bro, can I tell you? This is why it's gray right here.
Yeah, they can have that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
3187, come to you. Call or talk to us.
Yo, what it do, Coach? This Clark from North Carolina.
Clark.
Up, Big Chico?
What's happening with you, Clark?
Yeah, I'm hearing y'all going at it, and you know, both of y'all, I agree with points of both of y'all, but I'm an avid supporter. I watch all the videos. I play D1 ball, and I'm from the South. I'm from North Carolina.
All right.
And from what I see, especially the big boys in the weight room, that weight they moving, we was doing in high school. I'm gonna be honest with you. Them boys, they moving baby weight. They got Dylan Edwards is squatting more than some of our starting linemen. He a freshman squatting 500. Them boys didn't have, some of them ain't have 4 plates on the ball. They getting manhandled, Chico. 4-man rushes. Kamara going straight through Tank chest. The not Arizona State game, but the game before USC on our drive. It was basically a whole Tank basically tackled the dude. They ain't calling
right.
You
talking about the sideline throw? You talking about the sideline throw?
The Omarion Miller. Yeah. He got blown up. He's light in the ass. He's weak as hell. Them boys is getting blown up. Now, granted, last game, Reggie Young, the new right tackle, he had some MAs. He just had straight up MAs. He had one where, like you said, he was deceived. They brought the blitz. Look, he ain't touch a soul. He just dude came straight in, hit your door. He had another one where they put Mikey in the block.
Right.
He didn't chip to help Mikey. Mikey one-on-one with the ends. He ain't touched a soul.
All right, real quick. I appreciate it, dog. It's almost
right about that too.
In here. What's your question, dog? I hate to rush you off. I know these shows are a little bit different because it's a dual stream, so we got way more people, more followers from both sides coming in, so a lot more callers. What's your question? And we can push on.
It's more so a statement. I just think those guys they with the best of their abilities, they not, you know, they don't have the physical capabilities to really be a stout O-line, in my opinion. Strength-wise.
I got you. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate that. Good observations on some of those things too. But I real quick, I'll say this. I feel like I said, man, I'm staying on this. You know, everybody talking about, man, these boys just getting mollywopped. They're not good enough. And my thing is, you can't make them stronger right now. You can't make them faster, bigger, or taller. None of that stuff. You can get them better prepared and a little bit more smarter to where they can understand what's coming in front of them and play to the best of their ability that you guys are saying is only that much anyway. So I want them to play at the optimum level, and that is by being in the film room as much as possible, dog. That's why Coach Prime be on them boys so much about watching film, because he knows how important it is. That's all I'm saying.
Real quick, I'm coming to 0619 next, but I appreciate your call, brother. This is yours, Chico.
Mr. Hillsman, now to you, bro. CU O-line is better in the run game. Plain and simple. The numbers don't lie. Lewis has to change his mindset to run first. Heavy offense. I like that, Mr. Hillsman. I think that also plays into the better offense, and that is by if you can run the ball. Now that puts that defensive line a little bit on their heels now, and not so much with their ears pinned back and just pass rushing the whole time. All of that plays into it also. Having some diversity and mixing it up on the offense, run, pass, RPOs, misdirections, and so on, man.
Go ahead. All these. I'll tell you they're yours. Go ahead.
There's another one. You got to highlight it.
I did. It's on the screen.
Dang, it's another one. Mr. Hillsman again. Big Dog. I think, like CP said, you can't be dogmatic about a scheme when the personnel don't match. The numbers say they should run more, and I agree with that. Mr. Hillsman, once again, he said, Big Dog, them dudes getting blown up. And they could be getting blown up, but you got to know what to do to decrease those chances of them being blown up. Angel Serrano said, with the 499, said, there's what?
No, I was just reading it. No, I was looking. I was reading it.
There's just not enough talent on that offense, on that line. Nothing is going to change other than next year's recruiting class when bigger dogs come in. The fact Obi Okazi, now the fact the O-line doesn't even pick up the QB when he's sacked. Yeah, that's another thing now. Unless you know our O-line is bad, bro. That is something Coach Prime pointed out. And that's something I see a lot too. Y'all need to protect y'all quarterback a lot more. You got to have that whole mentality. It's like Tyler Brown. When Big Tyler Brown said that he takes pride in protecting Shedeur Sanders in the offseason, he said he felt like Shedeur Sanders' bodyguard or security guard. That's the type of mentality you got to have. When you see your quarterback on the ground, you don't turn the other way. You reach your hand down.
All the time.
Y'all crazy.
Bo Peterson for the $5 for me says, how much responsibility is coaching play call? Okay, we talked about that. $5 from Prime Sports Media, much respect. We did this one right here. Bo Peterson says, Coach, you said there are too many variables to identify the cause of a sack. So how can you be so confident that the O-line is solely responsible? Again, never
great
said there.
Great point. Okay. Yeah, Red shirt. Great point.
Okay, so never said they were solely responsible. However, never said they are solely responsible. However, they are the moat to the castle, right? They are the protectors of the castle. So there are a lot of variable reasons. However, right, when you look at them and you look at them physically being attacked by D linemen, they are getting their ish pushed in, aka training day. Shad 14 19 999. When Colorado O-line come to the sideline, they repeat the lines from Friday Night Lights when they played Dallas Carter. They big, they fast, they strong. And did I say they fast? Appreciate you, Shad. Hollywood 499. This Chico crazier than the one who didn't allow us to take a knee. I've been drinking lime, cranberry, and vodka tonight. He sounds drunker than me. And Hollywood says, Chico, is this bit sounding like Biden? Chico, man, hush your mouth. All right. Appreciate you, Hollywood. All right, let's get into the next one. 0619. Caller, talk to us. Give us your question, please.
Hello, my name is Paul. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Coach Hayes and Big Dog Chico, I'm subscribed to both of your channels.
Thank you, man.
I enjoy your content.
Thank you, brother.
I've got 3 questions for you. If you don't have time for them all, that's okay.
Let's crank off one of them if you don't mind. Mm-hmm.
My first one is Shane Coates was projected as a 5th-round pick coming out of his senior year at Maine. Do you think he made a mistake coming to Colorado based on his performance so far?
Shane Coates, he came out of Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, yep.
Oh, Dartmouth, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was projected as a 5th-round pick?
Yes.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And you're asking, what do we...
Has he heard his draft stock?
His chances in the draft.
Oh, good question. Have he heard his draft stock? I wouldn't say heard it. Has he given himself a chance by going with Coach Prime and him? I think he gave himself a chance because he's playing a lot more than I think he will probably have a chance. Not saying his ability, but just because of the talent that will already be at those schools. I think he has a better chance to be playing at Colorado, which I see him doing, which gives him a better chance for more film and opportunities to do his thing to up his draft stock. So I think he put himself in a situation to do what's best for him and play a lot and up his draft stock if he plays well. That's on him though. So I think it was a smart move from him. If I was a D lineman, especially right now, after seeing all this attention that these guys are getting and knowing that the Achilles heel of the team is offensive and defensive linemen, I'm there. There's no, I mean, I might be a little bit biased, but there's no other school I'm considering if I got a call from any of these coaches on Coach Prime's staff right now. If I'm a 6'5" defensive lineman dog, I'm going to Colorado. That's just me. Appreciate you calling in from the D-Town.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
All right. So real quick, I'll just say this. I'll say this, and I'll look at it from a statistics standpoint because that's all I can. I can't say how much of an impact he's made because sometimes there are players who make impacts, but it's not stat worthy, right? But right now, in 2022, he had 53 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, right? Now he has 13 tackles, and that's it, and 1 pass deflection halfway through the season. So will I say his draft stock? I will say it will because they're going to look at it from a GM's perspective. Bigger competition, higher competition, and these are the guys you typically going to play in the NFL, and your numbers have decreased dramatically. So I would just say based off these numbers, and that's all I'm using right now, I would say yes, it has decreased. I would say that. I can't say if it's necessarily he hurt it or it's been hurt, but based if I was a GM looking at these numbers, I would say that, and that's all. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, brother.
My second question is, do you think that they should be running more? Right now, they're only running 33% of the time.
They can't. The O-line is bad. I can stop that right there. Chico, would you like to answer quickly?
Nah, I think, yes, they can run the ball more. A lot more situations, a lot more first downs and second downs they can run the ball on, getting themselves in better situations on third downs. I think a lot of it has just been opportunities. They haven't taken some opportunities to try to run the football in certain cases. Maybe it could be because of the confidence in the offensive line, but I think that it's just been the MO of Coach Sean Lewis to want to pass more and want to, kind of do extensions of the run game with those screens and such, which I would just rather run the ball.
Gotcha. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let me push on, man.
One more question.
No, I can't, bro. I got so many people back here, man. It's a 49 people on the chat, man. I thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to hold on and come back, you're more than welcome, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Come on, guys. We try to respect the game. Coach, I'm soft. I'm a paper tiger. You know what I mean? But y'all got to help us out. 0478. 0478. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
How's it going? This is King from Oregon.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Hey, so I want you and Big Chico, I want both of you guys' thoughts on this. I think that, so I question the coaching and the recruiting, and I say that because you have 4 running backs, right? They brought in 4 running backs.
What's your question, brother? What's your question?
So my question is the coaching. I want you guys' opinion on the coaching, and I'm trying to give you some background on this. And I'm saying that they don't have any run game, right? They don't really have a good run game outside of one game, and they're not really giving, I think, Smoke and McCaskill opportunities as they should be given. And I just kind of want you guys' thoughts on that. I know they say McCaskill was kind of hurt, but he's on special teams. Him and Smoke is on special teams. So if you guys putting them on special teams, you can't really say they're really hurt. And I feel like they're just wasting scholarships that can go elsewhere.
Got you, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You want to know, should they be running the ball more, right? Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Like I said, we got quite a few people in this deal. Chico, I'll let you go first because mine is going to be very short.
No, I say, yeah, I think they should be trying to run the ball more. Like I said, Coach Sean Lewis' offense, I think he has extensions of run games, which is those screens and passes that's going lateral rather than vertical down the field. So, but I think it should be an essential part of their game plan moving forward to try to establish the run, because I think that does several things. Keep the ball in their hands. Also gives that offensive line some confidence to be able to go forward and to lean on the defensive line some. And it also puts the defensive line in a position to not know whether a run is coming or a pass is coming in some situations. You're not so predictable all the time by just passing the football. So, yeah, I think it should be a conscious effort to try to definitely run the football.
A conscious effort, yes. Got to be creative, definitely. Use more gap scheme plays like they did against USC. The straight inside-outside zone is not necessarily going to work. You still can run it, but that can't be your primary base of running the ball because they're just not that good mano-a-mano. You got to be able to be deceptive like this, right? Old school power. Block down, kick out. You got to be able to use it in that form of fashion. That's just how I look at it.
Did you just say old school power is deceptive?
I said deceptive type blocking, meaning inside zone is mano-a-mano. Outside zone is mano-a-mano. What I'm saying is block down. You got a guy pulling around. Remember the movie The Program?
Oh, yeah.
That's deceptive blocking, right? You look in here, and when you turn, you ear-hole a dude. That's deceptive blocking.
But you got to have dogs. You also got to have dogs to do that.
So you saying they're not dogs? Are you saying they're not dogs?
I said was you got to have some dogs to do that.
Are you saying they're not dogs, Chico? Are you saying they're not dogs?
Morotos, listen, Holmes. You got to have some dogs to do that now. And so when you're calling those pull plays, block downs, and these guys pulling around to ear hold these defensive ends, that's your chance to do it. Some guys don't even take that chance. So you got to have guys who are going to pull that off to do it. I would rather see them do these type of deceptive misdirections, more jet sweeps, more fake reverses with a toss here, quick pass there. Just a lot.
Well, how do you think they ran the ball so well against USC? Not doing that, they pulled guys and led up the hole. They did a great job.
Yeah. We should see more of it. Chico running for office tonight, man. Y'all crazy.
Butterfly 88, hi coach, please purchase a copy of the book Boundaries by Henry Cloud. Do me a favor, Butterfly, if you don't mind. I definitely will. I probably will forget, but do me a favor, hit me on DM or email me where I can find it, the Amazon or whatever, and I definitely got you. All right, here we go. 2249 coming to you. After this call, I'm going to lock the thing because we got to get up out of here. Man, we already at 217. All right. Please, guys, just ask a question. Your name, ask the question. I don't want to do like the radio.
You got to be ready to crash the plane, dog. You got to stop being so
I'm soft, dog.
Right? You give me the button, I'm pressing that thing like I'm Donald Trump or somebody. You feel me?
You know what the problem is, Chico? You know what the problem is? I'm just not good, and I need to go watch some more film on how to hit the button. I need to go watch some more film. I'm just not good at hanging up with people.
If you scared to pull the trigger, and I
need to go watch some more film,
and I get you in the back room, and we watch this film over, and we say, "Hey, Coach Hayes, at these points now, you could have pressed the button right here. You could have pressed the button right here. You could have pressed it right there. You telling me that film study won't make you better? It won't make you understand when to press the button a lot more when the next game come around?"
Yes, coach. I know when to press the button. I'm just scared to press it, coach. I'm just scared to press it, coach.
Now see, when we find out whether you just scared or not, and you can't perform the asked duties, then we take you about the game, dog. We got to get you up out of there.
Who you gonna put in? Seabiscuit?
We're gonna find somebody who ain't scared. Somebody who ain't scared.
Y'all better give Bishop Thomas. Hey, y'all better give Bishop Thomas number 59. That's all I can tell you instead of 95. But anyway, let me go ahead. 2249 coming to you. 2249. Call and talk to us. Answers your question.
Hey, my name's Jay, and I'm from New York. I got a question. Do y'all think we could have brought any more JSU players that would have made an impact and help us?
Good question.
Great question, man. Appreciate it. 2240. Hold on. Let me get them on the line. Great question. 2249. Thank you so much. Thank you for following the rules. Chico, I have to divert this to you because I don't know much about JSU.
Right. I would say yes, but the problem was a lot of those guys had already transferred into JSU, so they couldn't really double transfer back out. That's the issue with Tyler Brown right now. That's why he's not eligible to play. So, yeah, there's definitely some guys on JSU team. Even the guy that was dismissed from Colorado that ended up at JSU, I think we could have used him, Big Tyus Martin, who's a big 320-pounder at defensive tackle. Whether he has the ability, as Coach Hayes would say, whether he was just good enough, I do think he would have been an extra big body in there that's bigger than any of the D linemen that they have on roster right now, at least on paper. So shout out to Big Tires Martin down there in Jackson State. Some of his folks hit me up too. Shouts out to them. That has nothing to do with this.
I'm laughing at the car. I ain't talking about that. Chico, stop, dog.
It was definitely work, Mark. You definitely would.
That's what I'm laughing at. I'm not laughing at you every time I laugh. Hey, Chico.
No, it's all good. Look.
I love you, but it ain't about you, dog. Hey, put your back foot. Hey, put your back foot down, dog. Put your back foot down, dog. I'm laughing at LV.
Adult say dating sites in the ban these in the comments.
Hey, she says, hey, LV said for the one and the coach definitely worked with Mario. # clock management. Well,
I want to say this, Coach, because I see somebody. I think they're talking about Rico Powers. Shout out to Rico Powers, a wide receiver at Jackson State, but he came over from South Carolina, so I don't think he could have came. But speaking of a Rico, there was a guy who make videos. I hate to even say his name, but Rico knows. I'm sure some people have seen him. And I saw somebody make a comment earlier about him, saying that Coach Hayes could be working with him, but he made a terrible video talking about Shadur Sanders.
Be working with who? Hold on, whoa.
But some guy called Rico.
I don't even know Rico knows, but go ahead. I could be working with him. What you mean? I could be working with him?
I don't know. I just saw the comment, but I don't care for his content because, and he's probably gonna see this and not like me either. But who cares? But I don't care for his content because he made it about Shadur Sanders saying that he don't want to throw the ball away because he want to keep his completion percentage high. How dumb is that? In my opinion, do you agree with that, Coach Hayes?
Well, I will say this.
See, that's why they said you could be working with this guy.
Okay, because maybe I can say this. I remember there was a video that came out in the spring. I think Rob was on the channel. I think I first got introduced to Rob, the Man Media, baby. But I got introduced. I think he was on there, and there was a well-off media video, and he ran out of bounds instead of throwing the ball away. And I made a big deal about it. And I was like, bro, why didn't you throw the ball away? I didn't know anything about this. I'm just saying. And I made this comment, and he was like, oh, well, Coach, you didn't know they had a completion percentage competition going on. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I get that, but at the end of the day, I want to create. In my mind, I'm always thinking about it. I want to create good habits. This is what I said in the video. I want to create good habits. Damn that competition. I want to win ball games. Left it alone, didn't think about it. As it starts coming on, I'm like, bro, just why not throwing the ball away? So the conspiracy theory starts of, and he's not the first person I heard say that. I don't know Rico knows, or is it Chico? No, not Chico. Rico knows?
It's definitely ain't no Chico knows because
So anyway, so I don't know him. I don't know his content. But so I've heard that.
I hate to give a shout out. You know what I mean? Because that's all.
Hold on. But I actually heard that in the stadium. Hold on, but I heard that in the stadium during the USC game. I'm just being honest. I heard. I'm just talking about. You know how stuff.
You hear people saying in the stands and stuff.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, it's not like it's a hidden secret. So I'm just telling you where I heard this, and so now I'm saying to myself, well, dang. But now the dude throws the ball away. He's throwing it away. He's running out the pocket. It looks different. I'll put it to you that way. When he's out the pocket, he didn't force it. Hey, throw it away. But I'll leave that there. I'm not going to stay on that long. But I don't know who Rico knows is, but if you're watching, holler at your boy. But if not, it's okay too. 50-70, man.
Y'all gonna be tag team partners or something, man.
I like how you throw me in there all the time. You Coach Hayes said, and I'm Rico. I don't even know Rico knows. But if he knows, guess what? He knows. If he don't know, he don't know. I don't know. But anyway, 50-70 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Ask the question, please.
Either he's snoring or he's driving in the car or cutting the grass.
Hold on. Shh. He's snoring, y'all. Listen. Wake your punk butt up, man. Caught in here asleep. And I noticed 50-70. Anyway, $26.99 coming to you. I ain't never heard that dog straight snoring on the phone. $26.99 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Ask us your question.
What up, Coach? This is DJ DG from Orlando.
Okay, I saw your comment. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. You know, I didn't want to call in, but Chico, man, had me call in because you didn't watch the film of Tank not moving his feet. You play college ball, every coach always say, move your feet, move your feet. When he gets beat, his feet stop, and he turns and looks. Like, you can't defend bad technique play and blame it on coach or the teaching if the player don't do his job. My thing is, I believe I got a question for y'all. How about they take Young, put in tank spot when Savion comes back to shore up Shador's blind side?
I'd say take anybody but 69. I hate to be that guy, and I usually don't talk about players like this, but we are in dire straits right now. 69 either needs a tight end with him, he needs a running back to slide to his side, he needs something to his side to help him. He doesn't even kick slide, bro. You could go watch the film.
He don't.
69 doesn't even kick slide.
Now, time out. I can agree with y'all on that right there because I made a video.
Hold on, guys. Y'all talking over each other. Hold on. Y'all talking over each other. Chico, go ahead.
I was going to say I can agree with your kick sliding because I call it kickback because
fundamentals and technique.
I made a video on that in the spring just from observing him going in one-on-ones, and I was like, how can you go in one-on-ones and you got your hand on your knee and you're not getting any kickback on speed rushers? I said that in the spring. Correct. I made a video on it, and if he's still doing this, then who is that to blame? You know what I'm saying? Who is that to blame? And secondly, when I say that they need to watch film, yeah, it's on the coach, but it's also on the players. That's why Coach Prime has the film logged where he can see how much film is each player watching individually.
So, I wish I had a nickel for every time you said film. I wish I had a nickel.
Yeah, because is that important. Is that important? I can't stress that enough.
I appreciate it, dog. Thanks so much, man. Let me get through the rest of these calls, man. I really appreciate you holding on, man.
I can't stress that enough. How important it is to watch film. Y'all, everybody who this is going over your heads right now, and it shouldn't be going over Coach Hayes' head. He should be saying, "You're right. You got to watch film."
I can't say you're right. I agree that film is important, but film means nothing when you're not athletically gifted.
Man, film does mean something. It means something. You discrediting it, and that's
I'm not. That's furthest from the truth.
Said film mean nothing. You just said film mean nothing.
I never said that.
You just said film mean nothing. When?
Because they're taking it out of context. I said film is important, but it means nothing if you're not athletically gifted. That's what I
agree. When you're
okay, no problem.
And these guys are somewhat athletically gifted, being D1 athletes. They might not get to the level of a.
See if you agree with this. See if you agree with this.
Goodness gracious. This man still asleep on the phone.
Oh, listen. Wake your pump.
Hey, man.
Anyway, all right, here we go. Let me go to the next caller. I'm getting ready to lock it. I set up. Yeah, I'm locking.
The conference has been locked.
6123 coming to you. Caller, talk to us.
Hey, Kyle.
The hell is this?
That's your name, Kyle?
That's my first name.
Okay, he know you, Kyle.
We met in Boulder, Colorado when you were there for the game.
Oh, no?
The hell is this?
Yeah, and this is Sugar. We spent a lot of time together after the bar, and you never called me back. I don't appreciate that.
Man, go spend time with your greasy mammy. Come on, dog. Matter of fact, I want to hear what else you got to say. Talk to me. I want to hear this foolishness.
Well, you gave me the wrong number, and then my girlfriend, she watches this podcast, and she's like, you know what? The guy you were talking to, his name is Coach Hayes.
I'm going to write this down.
I thought his name was Kyle.
Watch this. I got a question for you. So you don't know this program. Give me your name, Armando Seriano. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and write this down. Yeah, Armando Seriano. Look at that. Hold on, watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this, Chico. Chico, watch this. As soon as I said his name, he hung up. Armando Seriano. Hold on, dog.
How you put that man's name out there, Saucy? Come on, Saucy.
Yeah. Armando Soriano, Soriano, Armando Soriano. Go find him on the thing and let him know what's up. Yeah, y'all. You thought Coach Hayes was funny business. I'm about that business.
Coach Hayes, you can't be getting a wrong number.
That's Ray from Georgia. Talk to us. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, he hung up as soon as I said his name. Coach got technology. Talk to us, Ray.
My time. You know you only give me 2 minutes.
You ain't got that much tonight, but you got to just ask the question, Ray. You know I love you like play cousins. But talk to me
tonight.
Let's discuss the elephant in the room because y'all been tap dancing by it all night.
Here's
the thing. The 69 doesn't have it. The whole little line doesn't have it as far as athleticism. Now, here's what I'm concerned about, and I was scared that it was going to happen in the last game because there was one play he got knocked down and he was holding his head, and I was like, oh my God. If he gets, because Shedeur is the catalyst of this team. If he gets knocked out, what? Who you gonna blame it on?
No, don't you say that. Hold on, Ray. Don't you say that on here. Ray, I'm trying to help you because when I said, what just talking football, it should do. No, don't worry. I got your back, baby. I got your back. I know, but I said this, Ray. I'm trying to help you, Ray. Hold on, Ray. I'm trying to help you.
Okay.
When I said exactly what you asked, and I said, just talking, what happens if Shedeur breaks his shoelace? I was deemed a hater that night. So if you sure you want to walk down that path,
I'm woman enough.
That's what I'm talking about, Ray. Talk your ish, baby.
No, seriously, this needs to be because Chico, I love you, baby. You're from my hometown. My original hometown where I was born and raised, Alabama.
All right.
But you're talking about film or whatever, but the athleticism is not there. And this is serious. He has been sacked more than he's the highest person been sacked in college and the NFL. He can't take too much more sacks. And I think his father sees that. And I think in his press conference, you were seeing a good bit of his father speaking and not Coach Prime. I think that's why he was pissed. Because he's played the game and he knows he can't take too much more of those sacks because Shedeur is skinny. It ain't like he's some big Ben Roethlisberger type football player.
Ray, you are correct. You're exactly right. I think Coach Prime does see that and understands that he can't not continue to take these licks. I don't care whether it's your son or not. Right. He cannot continue to take these licks. And he understands also that I can't bring in anybody else in on the offensive line right now. We have to make these guys better.
After that game, I even went to the roster to see how many offensive linemen they have. They have 10. So you mean tell me out of 10, all 10 of them suck?
Right.
Or something other somebody or something, because I am concerned. And I want this team to be very successful. I want them to make it to a bowl game, but I want Shedeur to be successful as well because the boy's hella talented.
Right.
He is. And in my opinion, I think he's NFL ready right now. I mean, we both Auburn fans, and we watch how Jalen Hurts just couldn't pitch the ball past 10 yards. But look at him now in the NFL.
Gotcha.
Shedeur is way past Jalen Hurts when Jalen Hurts was in college.
Gotcha.
So that's why I say he's NFL ready now. But hey, all it takes. And what frustrates me with 69 is I have seen plays where the boy just taps the defender and step aside.
Oh, okay.
They just run right past him like it ain't nothing. I mean, he just puts his hand on him and they just go on past him. He's not even putting in the effort. So no, it's not film, brother. It's the effort and the athleticism. And he ain't even getting down low enough.
6'10". I brought that up. Ray, I love you. I let you ride out, but I got to run, and you never really asked the question because I love you, Ray. I got to run.
Ray, way to go, Ray.
Oh, you did?
All right. You ain't answer. You told me I was being a hater.
Oh no, I'll just say I say you sure you want to walk down that path, but I love you, Ray. I got to run. 54-56 coming to you next. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you.
54-56. That's my number.
Now you know what happened, Chico? I was watching film and I still couldn't press the button.
That means your talent level is not up to par. Then you got to be replaced. That's how it works.
It is. But it is replaced. 54-56. We got a few in here.
Guess what, Coach Hayes?
Call or talk to us. What's your name? Where you calling from? Yep.
Yeah, there's Rob from Texas.
Hey, Rob from Texas, what's your question, brother?
I only have one question for both of y'all. Coach Prime inherited that team. They only won one game last year. My question is the following. Right now we're going to week 7. After week 7, what's the probability of the unranked Colorado Buffaloes having the same record as the ranked Miami Hurricanes? And that's my question.
Okay. Here's what I said. I said Miami Hurricanes would be 7-5. I said Colorado Buffaloes would be 6-6. That was just my prediction. The probability is probably high. They both could be 6-6, 7-5. I mean 6-6, 7-5, or 8-4. I get your question. I thank you for it. But I'm trying to understand what you're trying to gather out of it, Chico.
Probability? I don't know. What's the probability? High or I couldn't really say that. And I haven't really looked at and dove into Miami's schedule. All I know is what we have in front of us and how we can improve and be better for the next game. Next one coming up is Stanford. The things that we need to do to win this game can be done. The improvements can be made. Adjustments can be made. And my way of doing that is by getting in the film room, understanding what you're supposed to do to the best of your ability. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to stick to that. You dig?
I see. Hold up. Let me see. Check this out. You want to stick to it like this? Watch this.
Hey, whoever that is, we appreciate them staying on this thing and getting that watch time up. You feel me?
9321. 9321. Call and talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from? 9321. Going to you once.
Africa from Alabama.
Africa, what's up, man?
I'm good, bro. Just a quick observation, and I ain't taking no sides on the offensive line thing, but I think some apples and oranges is mixed in this deal because the offensive line is a unit. They're almost kind of like one player.
That's all I'm saying.
One person on that offensive line is out of line, they can affect everybody else in that offensive line.
Did I not say that?
So that's kind of and coach's point is the same because what's making that happen is because they're not a dog from the beginning.
Okay. Well,
so they're not a dog from the beginning. Plus, they're not watching film because other teams are watching them also. If they're making these mistakes,
right?
So
what's your question?
Right. That's my point right there.
I appreciate. Oh, so you just want to make a point?
He said both of us right in our own ways. Both of us right in our own ways. I appreciate that. I understand it. That's what he said, right?
If that's how you want to take it, I mean, basically, I'll be honest with you. He said all 5 of them in a unit. I had to be honest with you. All 5 of them are not great, right? And it's like trying to me. I know, but all 5 of them are not good. It's like trying to tow a truck with dental floss, bro. That's where we are right now. You don't have a chain with a weak link. The whole chain is weak. So appreciate it. Just calling it what it is, dog. Appreciate you, Africa from Alabama. Thank you so much. 1435 coming to you. 1435 coming to you. Thank you, Africa. 1435 coming to you. Call and talk to us.
You killing me, Africa.
What's going on, Coach A? Sorry from B-More, man. What's happening?
What's up with you, man? Talk to me, man. What's your question?
This guy talking about fundamentals, man. Let's talk about the fundamental flaw in philosophy of Coach Prime wanting to build a team from the outside in. He's told us that from the beginning. I don't even know why this is a debate. If I tell you off rip, I'll build teams from the skill positions in, does that mean that my meat and potatoes is going to be the best quality? That's my question. What does that mean to y'all? Because I don't know why this is a debate.
Chico? Thank you, brother. Thank you for the question, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Team from the outside in, and
that's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's what you're seeing right here. Building from the outside in, doing the best you can out of the transfer portal. and just naturally being Coach Prime, you're going to get those skill position guys probably first, higher ranked guys probably first. There's not just overall looking at things. There are more skill guys out there in that pool than there are big guys who you can go and pluck from. It's just simple mathematics as far as that goes. And secondly, those guys are going to come in. Those guys are going to come. It's going to just take a while, just like any school. The difference is the offensive and defensive line play. That's what separates most schools. Not really the skill positions, but the offense, defensive line play, and even sometimes at the quarterback spot too. But you can get good quarterbacks here and there. But I think that's what it is, man. It's just that offensive and defensive line. Once he gets those, then, that's when it'll work. I think he couldn't have really gotten a bunch of 4 or 5 star type defensive and offensive linemen this year because they weren't available. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So what he did was he built his narrative around what was available, right? The best available. So
Exactly.
he comes and he said, it sounds sexy. It's marketing. We all know Coach Prime is a marketing genius. So his whole narrative is, I'm finna build this thing from the outside in, knowing when you look in the portal, the outside is an abundance of outside players and not so much on the inside. So therefore, right. So therefore,
he didn't have
yeah. So what you do is you have to speak to your fan base. You have to speak to your constituents. You have to speak to the people that's following you, and it looks sexy, right? I'm building this thing from the outside in. You go get the Weaver, the Jimmy Horner, knowing, it's not, the big time dudes that are old linemen in the portal are there for 2 days. 1 day to be in there and 1 day to get out because they already know where they're going to another school. And that's even in high school recruiting. The big time offensive linemen, it's not that many of them that are great. It's only a handful. You could find, and I don't want to say this to belittle anybody, but you can find 1,000, you can find 100 different dudes that's doing what the receivers at Colorado are doing because they're everywhere. You see them all. Like number 2, Badger, right? Nobody ever heard of him until what? Colorado people start watching the game. Like, dang, Badger can play. You go to this team, you go to that team because skill position, it's an abundance of those guys. Just to say that. All right. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I think that was 14:35, 16:67.
Got a few more minutes to take some calls.
We got 3 more. We only got 3 more.
Three more.
I cut it off. 1676. Coming to you. What's your question?
Hey guys, from Montana. And I know Coach Prime, new name of the 2022 season goals for himself, and I knew this team of a committee of a football team of Colorado Buffaloes.
Right.
And my opinion is I was a fan of him 2022.
All right. What's your question, brother? What's your question?
Somebody say Lou.
Okay, years back and flashback was 1991. Colorado Buffaloes and another team, ball team.
Okay.
That another team won with Colorado Buffaloes.
See, this is when Coach Hayes needs to watch film. This is when Coach Hayes is not watching film right here now, and he's not understanding what to do.
No. Thank you, man. I appreciate your question. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, you got to remember, y'all know I got a soft heart, man, because that's what I do for a living. So I'm patient with that.
So
you know what I'm saying? I'm soft.
You that softy on the offensive line is not making this box.
I'm guilty. 97-95 coming to you. Unfortunately, brother, last caller, I'm sorry. It was hard for us to understand your question. I really, we try. If you don't mind typing in the chat, that would be great. 97-95. Y'all got to remember, man, that's what I do for a living, dog. I work with folks that got things, man. So
I don't think he had no thing. I think
that might have been old school. Had his teeth out. Yep, 97-95. Talk to us.
Yeah, Matt from Niagara Falls, New York.
Talk to us from New York, baby. What's your question? And we out of here.
Yeah, do you think they need to get some bigger tight ends? Because them tight ends they got, man, they kind of slim. I think they should get a bigger tight end. It can be like an H-back and put them at fullback and block. I'm old school, man. I want a tight end at least 245, 250.
Yeah,
and Michael Harrison, man, he kind of slim.
Mikey is a former
No,
wide
I
receiver.
think they need a
That's the
good blocking tight end too.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. That is the last one for the night. Thank you, man. And we'll definitely address that. Whew, that was all right.
Former wide receiver, definitely a converted tight end. They have some bigger bodies back there with Passarello and Eli Jefferson, and also, who's the other tight end? Caleb Fourier. Those are bigger bodies than Mikey. Mikey is actually the smaller one, being like 6'2.5", 215, 220 pounds. So he's the receiver type. They're not really going to ask him to do a lot of lead blocking and such. But the bigger guys can come in and can do that. Do they have that prototype tight end that they were looking to get, 5-star type tight end? No, they don't. But they do have guys who can fill in and do what they're asking of them. I think we should see more Fourier come in this game and Passarello. Also, we'll see bigger back Alton McCaskill, as said by Coach Prime, which I think will bring another element to this offense, like I said. So,
all right, real quick, I'll just say in recruiting, you got to get one of those guys, right? Like I said, Mikey, I believe they moved him to tight end because he's just a slower receiver, right? So far as foot speed wise. And that's just what it is. You're starting to see that H-back, fullback come back into the game, right? They're starting to recruit those guys back, and that's just what you'll see overall. So, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Real quick, I will say this, man. We said we're going to do an hour and a half, 2 hours. It never happens because you guys are phenomenal. And Chico said film study at least 35,000 times. And
I meant
we're going to go through that. Real quick, I appreciate everybody. Hold on. I got to do a wellness check on somebody. Hold up.
Still, they ain't snoring no more. They probably got up, ate them some cereal, some Fruit Loops.
That boy done sat his phone down and went to pee. Anyway, hey, y'all think y'all slick. I've been watching y'all in the chat. I don't know who old Fruit was that called up in here, man, but y'all stop playing with your boy, man.
Coach Hayes.
They call me saucy, dog.
Zesty Hayes. That's what it is. Zesty Hayes. Go ahead and spam him in the chat.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm finna send them goons to somewhere, somehow. Yeah, y'all out here playing. I got to phone them and everything.
Coach Hayes, the goons, they coming for you, honey. That
boy said, "Hey, Chico, what that dude? What dude say?" What he say? I was at the bar. I was at the bar. Something.
He said, "Where's Kyle?"
Oh, somebody said Joe Toad. So I got messed by Joe Toes the other day, man, and that might have been him. So you know what? Let's blame it on Joe Toad. We're gonna find a name
because he ain't got none of those. Joe Toes.
Man, y'all better stop playing with Saucy Hayes, man. Come on, man. Y'all stop playing with it.
Saucy Hayes.
I'll take it. I got big show. They call me Atlas. Put it up there. But anyway, let's make this thing happen, man. I appreciate it, dog. Thank y'all so much. Any little thing, man. We had a lot of people in the building, man. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see it happen. Chico, anything you want to say here as we go ahead and get up out this deal?
Yeah, I got to get up and about this thing. Y'all want to follow your boy? Go ahead, follow. Join the page officially. Go ahead, get on there, BiggDogg Chico. Anywhere you search it in at, you should find me. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that other good stuff, TikTok. Make sure you do that. Shouts out to Coach Brown when he played for the Yankees.
All right.
Shouts out to Coach Brown when he played for the 49ers. Y'all hater racists out there, man. Hey, go watch some film. Get your mind right. You heard me? It's going down.
I love it, baby. That boy got on some of them blenders, man. Be here rocking, man. Like I say, every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Check us out right here at the Prime Debate. Me and BiggDogg Chico get it in about these Colorado Buffaloes. They will be playing. Stanford at Colorado at Folsom Field at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's a Friday. Just Friday. Don't miss it. All my members, we watch the games in the champagne room. Check us out. Chico, where can they become a member?
Become a member. Join the page right now. BiggDogg Chico on YouTube. Go to the landing page on the channel. Hit the join button. You feel me? It's the Prime Debate. It's Hayes and Chico. It's the
I'm gonna go watch some film, Chico, right now.
Go watch some film. Make sure you got some Destiny chips and some saucy drinks to go with it. I'm going down the way, man. We're not
Yo, shout out, man. We up out of this joint, man. We appreciate y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. The next week. Somebody pass me my Colorado concoction while I slap one of these fools. Matter of fact, I think Dog's still on here snoring. Let's see. And there he is, y'all. He's still snoring. Look, listen.
Hey, Coach Hayes. I'm looking
Man,
for
don't even
Kyle.
play with a real G like that. We out here, y'all. Peace.